I'm going to say there's a 99% chance that Jose knows the woman on the phone with us for a second date.
Oh, nice. What? Hey, Mom. Hey, I love you.
No, it's going to be some listener that you had a one-night thing with, and she's mad.
When I say he knows her, I mean she's a model on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't just say Instagram model, because apparently she does work in magazines and other publications all over the world.
Oh, cool.
Her name's Lisa, and she emailed the show saying she just had the wildest first date of her life.
What?
And she needs help getting back in touch with the guy. So, Lisa, we'll get to your wild date in just a second. But first things first, why haven't you responded to any of Jose's DMs?
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Jose. I have a lot of DMs all the time.
Okay, but that's why you're calling, though, to talk to me right now, right? You just called?
This is your response to him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll try talking to you when I have more time.
That hurt.
She's playing hard to get with you, Jose. I would say keep trying.
Thanks, bro.
How are you a hot model and you need our help in the dating world? I thought that just comes easy to you people.
First red flag.
I mean, it comes easy, but I'm prone to making mistakes.
Okay.
Oh, even better, you're a clumsy model. I mean, this is what romantic comedies live for.
Absolutely. And this could be a confidence boost to everybody on this show. So go ahead and tell us about the guy that you want us to call today and where you met him.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty crazy story. It actually all happened a few weeks ago when I was in Cabo St. Lucas for like this modeling gig that I had going on.
You were good at Spanish too, aren't you?
Cabo St. Lucas, apparently.
I went to Cabo.
When you're a model, you don't need to know where you're taking photos.
Right.
You just need to take off your clothes and then get in front of that camera.
So you're in Mexico for a shoot, is what you're saying?
Exactly. And I had such like a beautiful place to stay, and I was just getting settled in my room when I walked onto my patio and I saw this beyond handsome guy.
Oh, okay.
Dude, yes.
Oh, okay.
So you're standing out there pretending to look at the view when really you're spying on him, trying to figure out if there's a woman in the room with him.
I mean, I was just in awe of the way he looked. Like, I take good care of myself, but this guy just had such natural beauty to him.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So you hopped the balcony.
Yeah. How did you start the interaction between you and this guy? What is his name, by the way?
His name is Ryan.
Okay, so how did you and Ryan start interacting?
I definitely wanted to introduce myself, and I did right away. We started talking. I even invited him into my room just to chat. We didn't do anything at that point, but we were just chatting.
So wait, this guy's single on top of being hot and right next to you?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Wow.
What's going on?
I don't know what kind of gods you prayed to at some point, but you got all the good genes, and they even placed a hot guy next to you.
So you and Ryan are in your hotel room together, and what happens?
Well, we set all these different activities for us to do together. I mean, I was working a lot, but every time I wasn't working, I made sure that I was spending time with him.
I like that.
I just think that's so crazy. So you guys are just like, you start talking and you connect. You're both there by yourselves, essentially. And you're taking some dune buggies out in the Mexican rainforest?
You have no idea. Oh, it was awesome. But like I said, I'm prone to mistakes. And by the end, things just went downhill, unfortunately.
I feel like your downhill isn't downhill.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what happened? You get a pimple?
No, it was actually totally my fault. I kind of hooked up with my photographer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Geez.
That tends to happen.
Yeah.
What did he hear? How did he find out?
Well, I'm an honest person, so I just went up to him and I told Ryan that that's what happened, and I apologized. And I hope that we could have moved past it, but unfortunately, no. Like, he felt the same way that I felt about him, and he was really crushed, and he stopped talking to me.
Aw, yeah. Well, and I feel like
and
the
it's
model and the photographer, that
you were
always
dating.
happens.
Well, yeah, right. You weren't dating. You weren't in a relationship. And you didn't owe it to him to tell him, like, I slept with my photographer. Like, you guys had no commitment at that
Still
point.
not fun to hear.
And yeah, what happened with the photographer? Like, how did that happen? Is it a male photographer? Is it a female photographer?
Oh my God, Jeffrey. Are you just trying to live out whatever
question.
fantasy?
I just want to know the circumstances.
Great question.
Yeah, it's a male photographer.
Okay.
I'd known him for a few years. I'd worked with him on other shoots before. We've just been really close, and we have fun together. And I didn't really think much of it when it happened, but
So is that something that happens a lot? You hook up with a lot of the photographers just casually because you're friends?
It happens in modeling.
In the modeling world?
Yeah, and working is really stressful. Like, the days are very long, and even though everything looks so glamorous when you see the end product, it's a lot harder than it looks.
How come none of us hook up after long, hard days of work?
I was just going to say, I'm always stressed out at the end of radio, and, well, I have slept with many people.
Okay. So it
maybe I
pans
get
out.
it.
All right, so sorry. So let's bring it back to you and Ryan. You told Ryan about the photographer, and he was upset. How did you guys leave things?
On a really bad note. Like, he stopped talking to me. He went his own way. He completely ignored me, and I had to leave pretty quickly after that. So once I got home, I just kept thinking about Ryan, and I knew that he's the type of guy that I wanted to be with, and I could potentially even see myself marrying him one day, and I felt like I ruined the whole situation.
So do you guys live anywhere close to each other?
Well, semi-close, but not exactly in the same city.
Okay. So there is a chance for you to see each other, I guess, is my question.
Yeah, if he'll let me.
Or until my next photo shoot in the Galapagos. So if he shows up, it'll be crazy.
He must be beautiful if he's got a model begging to see him again. And he's just like, eh.
All right, Lisa, we're going to try and help you out with this. We're going to play a song.
Okay.
We're going to come back. While that's happening, Jose and I are going to go out into the hallway, and we're going to look up your photos on Instagram.
Yeah, you just gotta follow.
Just because we're very thorough in our work here. We want to know the people that we're working with. And when we come back, we'll make your second date phone call
And
to
if
Ryan.
this doesn't work out, I'm still here, baby.
I'm free to block them.
I'm glad she found two men she can trust.
That's right. You can trust us. We're going to do it right after this. Hold on, okay?
Okay.
If you're just joining us for the second date, we're on the phone with Lisa, whose two favorite things to do in life are modeling in exotic locations around the world and listening to our morning show.
Wow.
Yeah!
What a combination.
You don't hear that every day.
Just like all models.
That's right.
Yes.
And Lisa, I got to tell you, we've been getting text to our message board already calling you a cheater. But I feel like I need to clarify here because it's not like you were in a relationship with this guy, Ryan, who you met while you were in Mexico. You just went out on some exotic dates with him there, hooked up with your photographer once in between, and then Ryan got upset about that. Man, you're right. Being a model is busy.
Oh, very hard to fit it all in the schedule.
I don't know how
Who
you
do I
do
hook
it,
up with
Lisa.
in paradise?
Yes. So many options.
So hard.
But you said you and Ryan didn't leave things on the best note. And ever since you've gotten back, you have not been able to get a hold of him, right?
Yeah, it's been really difficult for me because I'm just thinking about everything that I could have done better in that situation. So I really want to get him back.
Well, you could also think about what he could have done better, right? Like, you were super honest, which is a good sign from somebody because you
That's
didn't
true.
have to tell him.
That's really true.
I
I
would
didn't think
not
of
have.
that.
I mean, you didn't
You're
owe him
blaming
anything.
Ryan in this?
I'm just saying, like, he could have acted like an adult too. Like, they're not in a relationship. It's like
sounds a
that's
little
what
sensitive.
dating is.
Yes.
right.
Figuring out how it's the guy's fault all the time. That is dating.
I
I'm
think
just
I'm
saying.
in between.
I think there's hope. That's all I'm saying.
There is.
And don't take all the blame.
Okay, as long as you haven't hooked up with the photographer again after Mexico.
Why
Did
would
that happen,
matter?
Lisa?
This guy's not even talking to her.
I'm saying it's not going to help her case if she continues to hook up with the
Don't
photographer.
say anything. Don't answer this question.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's
I haven't hooked up with him, so don't worry about that.
Good.
I'm just really, really hoping this will work out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
But
focus on
it'd be
Ryan.
fine if you did. But okay.
Okay. All right.
Brooke,
Now,
calm down.
I think we're ready. We're going to dial Ryan's phone number and try and get your second date. Are you ready, Lisa?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Oh.
here we
Good
go.
luck.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ryan?
This is him. Yes.
Okay.
He does sound hot.
Brooke,
Uh,
I apologize. That's my female co-host. Her name's Brooke.
Hi, Ryan.
You're on a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning right now.
Desperate, bro.
No, I'm just.
And just so you know, Ryan, she is married.
Oh yeah, I don't want you at all.
She's trying to act like she don't care.
I've just never been
Play
around
hard to
so many
get.
beautiful people all at one time.
Hey, what are you talking
Work
about?
with us.
That was unnecessary and
Okay.
rude. Okay, Ryan, I'm sorry. Are you still there?
yeah, I'm here. So,
So, we're doing something on our show called a second date. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, most hot people haven't heard of it. So,
Oh, hey.
this checks out.
Yeah, we're for the uggos only.
Yeah. And the reason
promote
the
it.
reason that we're calling you hot a lot, Ryan, is because one of our listeners, Lisa, told us that you were.
No, she said you were beautiful. I mean, if we were gonna say,
Yeah.
if we're gonna be specific, she said
Okay.
you're a beautiful man.
Can you confirm?
I can just say I appreciate the compliment.
Okay, there we
right.
go.
Oh.
That's what beautiful people say.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't phase him.
No,
So
he's
happy
like,
hearing
oh,
it.
God,
Did you
here
see
we
that?
go.
You hear that laugh too,
Yeah.
right?
It's like, yeah, I am.
So,
Yeah.
obviously, you remember Lisa from Mexico, right? She was a model, and you guys stayed in the same hotel.
It sounds like you guys went on a lot of adventures together.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards, you're not responding to any of her texts or her phone calls. And she's wondering why.
I honestly don't know how much I could tell you guys, to be honest with you.
I mean, if it has to do with Lisa, she's a pretty open book and she listens to our show all the time. I mean, she knows that when you participate in a second date, there could be information that is shared that maybe isn't the most flattering.
Did she tell you what she did?
Yeah.
And yeah, she told us
Do you
who
mean-
she did.
Yeah, who? Are you talking about the photographer hookup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys weren't, and you weren't dating. Like, we can understand both sides. You can see her side too. She's in Cabo.
I understand what you're saying, but it was a very intense moment, and it was we were falling for each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
can see why it hurts, man.
it felt like you guys had a relationship, even though you had just met.
Correct.
Like when you
Okay.
have that
Okay.
connection, you're
Yeah.
right. It's almost like you've known her forever. When people say that all the time.
So you're saying that you feel betrayed by her, you don't trust her?
Yeah, I'm in a very pivotal point in my life right now, and I can't have somebody that's not 100% with me on my side. I might be rash, but I need to have the right kind of people around me.
I support that, bro. That's a mature thing to say, actually.
Is that an invitation? Because I am so down, bro. I'm on your side wherever you want to go. You want to go to Cabo,
loyal.
Tokyo, wherever.
I appreciate that.
Jeff
Yeah.
Oh,
wants
okay.
to be
So, Ryan, you just can't look past the whole she slept with her photographer thing. There's no way for you to work past that.
That is a piece to the puzzle, yes.
Is there more to the
piece.
puzzle?
In vague terms, I can tell you that I recently sold my company. I'm involved in tech,
Oh.
and I was paid very handsomely to hand over the rights to my company, and
Congrats.
it felt like I was pulling on the universal cord, and I was supposed to be there at that moment and at that time. And when we met each other, that's what I was feeling. And then when she told me she slept with a photographer that she had known, I need to be guarded with myself, and especially with the kind of
Yeah, dude.
money that we're talking about. I don't want to be around people that I can't trust.
Dude, he's got at least $1,000.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Handsome and rich.
I
That
feel like a
makes
lot of people
sense.
hook up with whoever though until you say not to. I mean, is that just me? Like,
Yeah, but when
No.
you're rich, like what he's saying is he's got to protect everything around him. He has to trust everyone by him.
I know.
because
I
they
could
can take advantage.
honestly, I could argue both sides. I could argue why you should be together and why you shouldn't be together.
I think you're good doing your own thing, bro.
Whoa.
I like your decision.
This is not
So-
very
I don't
helpful.
think
Are
that's
you-
the point of our
You've heard
call.
me.
Are you saying that there is no chance that you could ever change your mind, even if she was to tell you directly that she's 100% in with you?
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's
What?
always going to come up in my head. I have to be honest with that. And I'll never fully trust her, and I can't hold her hostage to me not trusting her in a relationship.
Well, maybe this
I
will,
feel you, bro.
Ryan, maybe this will make you trust her more, because I need to tell you she's been secretly listening on the other line,
Secretly.
and she wants to talk to you.
No, that doesn't help.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't? Lisa, come on.
Hi, Ryan. I've been thinking about you a lot, and I felt really bad about what I did to you. But that was just a mistake, okay? I was just in the heat of the moment. I'm not always like that. I have so much more to me than that. And we had such a good time together. I don't know why you have to throw that all away.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was me that threw it away. I think it was your decision making, and
Wow.
you knew that at the time. And you decided,
Wow.
hey, I could be happy with somebody and potentially grow a genuine relationship with them, or I could sleep around. You chose to sleep around.
You can't forgive me for one thing. You sound like you've been hurt by someone else before. Or you have mommy issues. I don't know.
Mommy issues. It is like, Ryan, you're putting a lot of pressure on this. I mean, it wasn't, I know you guys had this crazy connection, but it wasn't a relationship yet. I mean, how many days did you guys hang out together?
It was 4
Literally
days
just
total.
I mean,
I mean,
four,
4 days spending every hour together, possibly? That's like...
Not every hour, there's the stuff in between.
That's right. There
You
was
know.
there was the
Yeah.
2 hours with the photographer, but I mean, that's a lot of time spent building a connection with someone, putting your trust into somebody.
Yeah,
I can see what he's saying.
But sometimes maybe she's scared. Maybe she's like, whoa, this is so much so fast. And in her mind, maybe it was too much and she just wanted to ruin it. People are scared of that type of intense commitment. And maybe she just needed a minute to breathe before she was ready to move on with you,
Breathe
Ryan.
very, very heavily for a few seconds.
Yeah, Ryan, you should really put yourself in someone else's shoes for once. Everything was moving very fast with you.
Yeah.
So don't expect you're going to get some big commitment from me. Like right now, I want us to take the time to grow with each other, but like, just give me a chance.
What do you say, Ryan?
You're not going to find anybody better.
Well, okay.
That's not a good line.
Let's delete. Just pretend you didn't hear that last line. But Ryan, she's owning up to it. She's trying to be honest with you.
She does need to work on her apologizing. I agree.
Yeah. You're not willing to give her one more shot to prove to you that she's the type of woman that you deserve.
My relationships need to be sound. So that being said, I can't agree to seeing you any further.
Aw.
So
Didn't work out for a beautiful
You
person.
sell a company and you're too good for models.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I guess we're not going to get a second date for you here.
I have a feeling you'll bounce back.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hope so. This is so disappointing, but whatever. Like, I'll get better. It's not a big deal.
Hilarious, Jose. I have a blue check mark.
Yeah, and make sure to call your photographer after this. I'm sure he'll know what to say to you to make you feel better.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
That was easy enough.
There it is.
Sometimes surprises can be a good thing on a first date, like surprise flowers, surprise thumb,
What the
surprise no pants.
That's not
Those
it.
are good surprises on a first date, you know?
Thinking about the phone.
I'm
And-
on to the pants.
Michael, who is on the phone for a second date today, he planned a surprise for his first date, but he thinks that's the reason he's not getting a call back. In his email, he said he thinks his surprise backfired. So I don't even know what his surprise was yet. Probably wasn't a thumb because he'd be getting a call back. So, Michael, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. Before we find out what your surprise was and why you think it backfired on you, what's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Her name's Veronica.
Veronica. All right. And how did you meet Veronica?
I met her on a blind date.
Okay, so you planned a surprise for a blind date. Isn't the blind date in and of itself already a surprise?
It was, but my friend had told me that she likes cats, and I have 4 of them, so I figured, why not bring them along?
All of
They're
them?
bringing you
Wait,
4 cats along
what?
on the date?
Well, why not? She said they like cats, so I'm like, okay, she likes cats.
Hold up. How do you even do that? Do you put them on leashes? What are the logistics of bringing 4 cats on a date?
Throw them in a duffel bag?
Well, I put them in their cages and then brought them in the car and then open up the cages and I kind of let them roam free. I mean, they're pretty well.
What was
my
her
God.
What was her reaction to all this?
Oh, I mean, she was happy, and I guess she was happy. She's like, "Oh, you have your cats here," and I'm like, "Yeah, you like cats?" She's like, "Yeah." So, I assumed everything was good.
So she wasn't. She didn't. She wasn't
mind
confused
blown.
by the fact that you picked her up with a bunch of cats in your car. She liked it.
Well, she was surprised by that, but I think it was a good surprise until everything backfired.
How did
Oh.
it wait, how did it backfire?
Well, Herbie got sick. I mean, he's got hairballs. I mean, this just happens. He's always hawking things. So Herbie just had a little accident, as Herbie does. And
Herbie.
yeah, I mean, when you're driving and a cat has an accident in the back seat, you really can't fix it up exactly at that moment.
Oh
So
my gosh.
it was kind of smelly, but I opened the windows.
That is so gross.
Okay, so now you're on your blind date. You showed up with surprise cats, and one of the cats puked in the back seat. So you're driving around, and the car now smells like cat puke.
Yep, something like that. But
Okay.
I opened the windows, like I said.
Did she ask did she ask to go home right then?
No, not at that point. She didn't ask to go home, but we kept on going while Herbie was, violently sick in the back seat.
Okay,
What
and
did you do? Just leave a puking cat in your back seat while you wait inside and ate?
It's in a cage, Brooke.
Oh, no. The good news is he stopped puking by the time we got to the restaurant. So once we, got out of the car, I rolled down the windows a little bit, gave them some air, and, yeah, they were having a good time.
okay. So how was dinner then?
Dinner was good. She was a little standoffish. I mean, she seemed to, kind of be genuinely concerned about the cats.
Okay. That seems like a good sign that she was generally concerned about the cats because, I'm not going to lie, if I was in her position, I probably would have been done with the cats and you at that point.
Oh.
Well, the cats, they're number one in my life. So her concern was great, but by the 6 or 7 times she was mentioning them, so we kind of sped through dinner a little quickly, and, we made our way back outside because she wanted to make sure that the cats were okay.
Okay.
So by the time we got to the car and everything, I looked inside. They were okay. They were, wagging their tails. Herbie was sleeping. He had a little bit of spittle still on his mouth, but he was okay.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
I opened the door to let her in, and she's just like, no, this smell is too bad for me, and I'm just going to have to call an Uber. And I was just like, why? And then she's like, no, it's just, I got to go. And then she just walked away, and that's the last I really saw of her.
Yeah, that's not a
The
good
last
sign.
thing you saw was just her getting in an Uber and leaving.
Yeah, that was the last thing I saw, and Herbie was really sad. I mean, I looked over at him, and he seemed sadder than usual.
Well, he should be. He ruined your date,
Well, Herbie didn't ruin my date. I mean, it's not his fault. I don't want to blame him.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
don't
might
put
be
that
listening.
pressure.
I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Do you-
So,
I mean-
have you tried texting her since? Have you tried to talk to her?
I did. I sent her a few text messages, used a lot of cat emojis,
Oh, no.
but she didn't respond or anything. She didn't even ask how Herbie was doing.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
wow.
Rude.
You need to slow down on the cat stuff. I mean, just for your own dating life.
Yeah, you kind of took something and ran with it.
You sound really kind, really sweet, and I bet you have great conversation. I mean, she's not calling you back because of the cats, right? We understand that.
Well, you don't know that for a fact, and I believe in my heart those are the ones that are meant to be with me. I'm supposed to be paired with them.
Aww.
So I need somebody in my life who understands my cats.
Okay, well, we'll find out
Oh,
if she
man.
understands your cats. Because we'll play a song, we'll come back, and we'll call her and get your second date, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on. This is normally the time I try to think of something crazy to make up about the first date
Yeah.
Yeah.
that a couple went on, but today I don't really need to because the first date was weird enough. I don't have to be weird about it, which is nice. If you're just joining us for today's second date, Michael is on the phone and he wants to call a girl named Veronica. He was set up on a blind date. He showed up to pick her up and he brought along his cats because he heard that she liked cats. So he brought 4 of his cats in the car
4.
and
Yeah.
I guess at first that was okay, but then one of his cats started puking everywhere on the way to dinner, and the car smelled so bad that she said she was just going to grab an Uber, and she left, and he hasn't heard from her since. All right, Michael, are you ready to give her a call and find out if it was the cats that ruined the date?
Yeah, but you know what? I was thinking it really was kind of my fault.
Uh-huh.
I forgot to give Herbie his travel medicine.
Oh.
And I was actually thinking it over from the last time, and I was like, if I just given him the travel medicine, it's just, I wouldn't even be reaching out to you guys right now. I'd probably be on a second date with her right now.
Probably, yeah.
So the regret isn't the surprise cats, it's the lack of medication for Herbie. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lesson learned: the next time you take your cats along on a first date, make sure they're properly medicated.
No, just don't bring the cats.
Okay.
That's exactly what we should be learning.
Yeah, I know. I love my kitties, but I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Well, yeah, you should. You should always remember that. All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. You ready?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Veronica?
this is she.
Hey, Veronica, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Veronica.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little confused why you're calling.
Okay, well, let me clear that up for you. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Okay.
Okay, and we got an email from a guy named Michael.
Michael.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
have
he told
to.
us all about your date.
Very memorable.
Well, the cat guy.
Yep. He told us about your date.
Oh,
He said that he brought along his cats, and it was unfortunate because one of them got sick and just it made the whole thing kind of disgusting. And he also said that you're not getting back to him and he would love to see you again. So we're on the phone asking you if it was the cats that ruined your date.
I mean, the cat thing was strange. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know how much you know.
I'll tell you what he told us. He said that it was like a blind date and he heard that you liked cats. So he thought he would bring along 4 of his cats. And then on the way there, one of them got sick. And you guys went to dinner and then came out to the car and the car stunk really badly. So you decided to just leave in an Uber.
Oh, you know more than I thought you might.
Yeah. I mean, normally people probably wouldn't own up to taking their cats along on a first date, but he did. So
Very honest.
yeah, he told us pretty much everything.
Honestly, we told him, like, I thought it was shocking that you even made it to dinner.
You know, I thought it was a sweet gesture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a first date. It was a blind date, so it's not like I'm going to show up to this random guy's apartment. And, you know, he obviously wanted to share a part of who he was.
And he's part cat.
So
Mainly cat.
what was your first thought when you got into the car and there was 4 cats in there?
Well, I mean, I can't say I wasn't a little bit surprised. I mean, it's not every day you get into a cat car.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest, they were pretty well behaved at first. I mean, the puking thing, that was definitely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I don't want to sound mean. He's just a different kind of guy.
Right.
He's half man, half cat.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to be a little different.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Okay.
It didn't really stop with him just bringing his cats alone.
Oh, no.
For starters, he was super excited to play his ringtone for me, which was the theme song to Disney's Aristocat.
It is a catchy tune, though.
That's cute.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
That's the one.
Well, okay, so he has that as his ringtone. Makes sense.
Fitting.
Makes sense
Yeah.
talking about him for sure.
It was just a little awkward sitting in the restaurant with him playing this song and singing along at volume. It was embarrassing, to say the least.
I feel like that's got to be the least shocking thing, though. I mean, if a guy shows up with 4 random cats in his car, you're going to expect him to be really into cats.
Yeah.
Well, yes, he's into cats. He's super into his cats in particular. But things got worse over dinner. He started, like, trying to groom himself like a cat.
Shut up.
No.
Was he
Like
joking?
how? Like
As a joke?
I don't know if it was a joke, but he would lick the back of his hand and, like, rub it on his brow and his temples, like, over and over.
that had to be a joke. He must have been
Weird.
joking around
No
with
one
you.
does that.
I don't know. I mean, like, while I was speaking, he'd just be doing this and staring intently in my eyes. And, you know, like a hair would fall out of place on his forehead, and he'd swipe it back with the back of his hand.
That is weird.
That is,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
not
feel like he was. It sounds like something somebody would do as a joke, but also we talked to him, and I don't think he would do that as a joke. But
I don't
I
think
need to
he-
find out. Hey, Veronica, guess what? Michael's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, but also I want to talk to him because I have to find out if that was for real or not. Michael, are you
Oh,
there?
my gosh.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, my God.
Michael.
Michael, did you hear everything she said?
Yeah, I heard all of it.
Are
Yeah.
You want to
embarrassed?
address any of it?
Well, for starters, everybody likes that ringtone. You know, after hearing her words, it sounds like, you know, everybody wants to be a meanie. I don't know. It just doesn't sound particularly nice.
No, Michael, it's not that I didn't like it. I'm not trying to be mean. I just found it a little strange.
Well, what song do you want me to play on my ringtone? I can change. I can change my ringtone.
Sweet man.
Michael, calm down. I don't want you to change, okay? I think it's great that you're your own person. I don't think anybody should change for anybody.
Right.
Well, the only reason I'm showing you all this stuff is because people told me that you like cats. So I figured you like cats. I bring the cats along. I have my cat ringtone. You know, I mean, I thought you were a cat person.
I mean, I do like cats. I just got to be 100% honest.
Michael, when I picture myself going out with someone, I just don't picture that person having 4 cats.
Well, you're happy to know that I don't have 4 cats. I have 6 cats. I only brought 4 of them with me because the other 2 don't like traveling in the car.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she wanted to hear.
Yeah,
That is beyond liking. That's obsession. You are obsessed with cats, Michael.
Well, I mean, I knew a lady that had 20 cats. I mean, I've got 6, so I don't feel as though I'm that obsessed at all. I feel as though I'm kind of pet friendly.
Okay, well, what about cleaning yourself like a cat?
Yeah, Michael, that part was kind of odd.
Yeah.
You're the only one in the restaurant licking your hands and stroking your hair and your head.
So gross.
I'm sorry. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know that I did that. I mean, I'm around my cats so much, I just kind of pick up their habits after a while.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you don't realize that you're doing it.
I mean, did I do it a lot? I mean, how many times did I do it? I know I did it.
I lost count, Michael. It was just a steady stream of just hand licking and rubbing.
Oh.
Well, it was getting awfully hot in that restaurant, so I mean, I had to cool myself down somehow.
Yeah,
gotta cool down.
Exactly. Cats get hot too.
Oh, man.
Michael, I just wasn't comfortable with it, and I got to be honest, I think most women would probably think the grooming thing was too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry if you didn't like it. I mean, my cats mean a lot to me, and they're a part of me, and I'm a part of them, and I thought you liked cats, and I apologize.
Well, Veronica, would you like to go out with Michael again on a second date? We will pay for it.
You still haven't met Blinky and Perfect. I mean, you haven't met them yet. You might change your mind. They always are at the house.
Yeah, maybe if you meet the other cats, it might be better.
I really appreciate it, but I'm just going to have to say no on this one. I just don't think I'm the best match for you.
You're a dog person, aren't you?
Oh, my gosh. That was
Maybe
said
that's
like
it.
an insult. That was an insult, wasn't it, Michael?
He's mad.
I'm sorry I lashed out like that. I didn't mean to, insult you. And whenever people come at me, my claws come out.
Oh,
Okay, there it goes again.
he's not declawed.
Michael,
Living the life of a cat.
I think you need to maybe, you know what, there might be some kind of cat dating website out there for you, where you can find someone who's just as into cats as you are.
No, I went on those websites. Those people are weird.
All right, well, good luck to you then, man.
If you're just joining us for the second date, we've been talking to Nico, who found a woman named Jessie through a wrong number. Because he was meaning to text a different woman, and even though they'd never met before, the two of them wound up chatting and hitting it off. Eventually, they had a first date at Nico's apartment where he gave her a facial. And I mean,
It's always a good date, dude.
an actual beauty facial
Yes, thank
with
you.
green tea exfoliators and moisturizers, matching honey avocado face mask, that type of thing.
Right.
Oh.
And after they got all made up, they had a nice little make out. But now she hasn't been making any time for Nico.
Okay.
Ooh, I
That
like
was
what
there.
you did.
was clever.
That was clever.
Yes.
Thank you. Spent like 20 minutes on that
I
one.
figured.
But-
That's why I wanted to compliment you.
So here we go. Nico, how you feeling going into this phone call?
I'm feeling all right. I'm just kind of curious as to what's going on, if she's interested or not.
Well, and the thing is, if it turns out she's not interested, I mean, what a cool story to have, right? Like, I feel like you're going to win no matter what. You got a wrong number from a lady and you ended up texting a person you didn't know, going on a date and having a great time.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, yes, the date was amazing, but like the amazing part about it truly was the exfoliating activity that we were doing.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I'm glad that was part of the story, too. Not quite as serendipitous,
Really
but yeah.
stuck out. Okay. All right. So I'm going to dial Jesse's number and we're going to get your second date. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Hello,
Hey, I'm looking for Jesse.
this is Jessie.
Hi, Jesse. My name's Jeffrey. I work on a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. Do you have a second to talk with us?
From a radio show?
Yep. I have the whole morning show here with me. We got Brooke and Jose and Alexis.
Hey, Jesse.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
We're happy to have you on the show with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know you weren't expecting this, but we're doing a segment called a second date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to that person for you to figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, but is there more that I need to know?
Well, the only other part that I need to tell you is that the guy that emailed us about you, his name is Nico. You remember Nico?
Wait. Well, hold on. What do you mean? Nico, so he does want to go out with me again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told us about your date, and he said he had a lot of fun with you, but he mentioned that he's been having a hard time getting a hold of you, that you've been avoiding him, and he's just really wanting to... What?
I'm not avoiding him. But I just texted him a couple days ago.
You did?
Yes.
He made it sound like you hadn't talked to him at all.
Yeah.
I'm really confused. I mean, I'd like to see him again.
So you had fun doing the face masks and the basically the day spa date at his place?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a typical date. Like, yes, we did do face masks, and, it's not necessarily the impression of what manly is, but I really liked it.
Jesse, what I need to know is, like, that eye cream that he was talking about, does it really make your eyes look
I really liked it. My face felt super fresh.
Well, I don't like him now because he lied to us.
I don't know if he
Well, I
lied.
don't
I think
know.
he must have
There's-
he must have misunderstood something.
Yeah, we
Did
need to
he
get
not
some...
get the text?
Let's get some clarification so we're all on the same page here. Jesse, I need to tell you, Nico's been on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
Oh,
Hi, Jesse.
okay. Hi.
Hi. I really appreciated that you like the skincare. I'm glad that you said that to Brooke. That means a lot to me.
Nico, that's not really the point right now.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry if there was any miscommunication on my part.
No. That's fine. But your face felt smooth and exfoliated.
Nico,
Wait,
what are you
yeah.
talking about? She said that
No,
she
I'm
likes you and she's been texting with you and she obviously wants to go out again. Why did you call us?
I just wanted to make sure that she had the best skincare possible. Because I promised her, I was like, you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and your face is going to feel the best it's ever felt.
Okay, but yes,
Great.
we got that.
Yeah,
But can
yeah.
we focus on maybe setting up another date here? That's the whole point of this call.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that rousing endorsement that you gave, that was honest. And
What?
Why are you so-
didn't
Hold
you
up.
tell
Why
us?
are you so focused on the skincare stuff, dude?
Yeah, and why didn't you tell
Okay.
us that she texted you? You said she hasn't.
all right. Hold on. If I'm going to be completely transparent here,
Uh-huh.
I'm actually a sales rep
Oh,
for
no.
skincare.
Oh, my
God.
And I just wanted to make sure. Wait a minute.
dude.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone is getting the best skincare possible.
What are you
Okay.
saying?
All right. So you just called us
Oh
to
my
throw
God.
out a plug for your skincare line?
This whole thing has been a
Oh.
pitch?
Okay.
Oh man.
I guess so, but I wouldn't have done it if this wasn't the number one skincare
No, you
product.
Okay.
wouldn't have done
Well-
it if you weren't
Oh
involved
my
in some
gosh.
pyramid scheme trying
Oh
to
my
sell
God.
us.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if any of your listeners want
Yeah.
some of the best.
Okay.
No.
Nico,
There we go.
I mean,
Okay.
here's the thing. I get enough emails like this from old sorority sisters. I don't need it from you too,
Oh, let me
okay?
guess. Next, you're like, I have tummy tea to sell you.
Yeah, that's not how these phone calls work, dude. Like where people ask us for a second date and then halfway through they plug their skincare line.
And it's also not how advertisement works on the radio.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
we have a whole sales department if you want to talk to them, Nico.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, well, but again, if any of your listeners want access to any of all of their.
No. All of
Product.
our
Okay.
listeners have amazing
I'm your guy.
skin.
okay, we're
Leave
gonna
them alone.
we're gonna bleep that anyway. So
Yes.
Jesse, do you have any questions for Nico here about the date? Can we just focus on the date part of this?
Does he want to?
Nico, I'm feeling kind of used here. Did you just date me so that you could do this?
Well, I mean, no,
Oh,
kinda,
man.
but not like.
Oh.
Did you actually like Jesse at all?
No. I really like her, and if there's an opportunity to, hang out in a kind of more of a casual kind of thing, I would totally be down for that.
Casual?
Are you
What is
friend
happening?
zoning?
Yeah.
Jesse,
I actually wanted to go out with you. Wow. So I take it, yeah, like you said, I'm just being friend zoned right now.
so Jesse, wait, normally I would be asking Jesse this question, but I feel like I need to ask Nico first.
I agree.
Based on how this phone call has gone.
Yeah, dude.
Nico, do you want to go out on another date with Jesse?
I mean, if it was sort of a more casual kind of thing.
No.
Okay,
No.
well, that's-
No.
Wow.
Jesse, I'm sorry. But you know what? All your friends and family are going to be so happy that they don't have to get hit up by your new boyfriend.
Yeah,
over his,
that is so true.
you
And they're
know,
also
coupon code and
Yeah.
discount code.
But they're also going to be really happy at how clear and beautiful your skin is, Jesse.
Like, you guys are laughing and carrying on, and that's fine.
Mhm.
But this is the #1 skincare product in the entire world.
Oh, well, now that you say that,
All
Oh,
right.
they're
I didn't know.
all
I didn't know it
number
was number one.
Oh my
If your
god.
listeners want to type in a promo code to NICO to get up to
Really just know when to
25%
quit.
off all our products. I was serious about giving you that ice hair cream, Brooke. I really
Okay.
was.
No,
Yeah.
he'll give you a sample and then you'll have to pay for a bunch later.
Right.
I don't. I'm good, man.
Jesse, how are you feeling? Are you giving up on love after this?
I'm gonna have to laugh about this. I was a little shocked throughout it, but now I'm just like, thanks for helping me dodge a bullet, you guys.
Yeah, for real.
At least you got some free product use.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
.com, promo code Nico.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough.
That's
That's enough, dude.
That is enough.
You know, there's a famous saying that I heard. I think it was at a Bugatti dealership.
Oh.
When one emerald-encrusted automatic sliding door closes, another diamond-encrusted automatic sliding door opens.
Oh,
classic
man.
Yeah. And basically, it's like when you lose one opportunity, another one will come along.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what happened to one of our listeners who needs a second date from us today. His name is Nico. And apparently, he was able to take an awkward situation and actually turn it into a date.
What? All right, Nico.
That's good.
Isn't that right, Nico? Tell
Hi,
us.
everyone.
Welcome.
How are you?
Oh,
What's up,
we're
Nico?
doing well, Nico. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
Tell us about the female door that opened for you. What's her name?
Doesn't
That is
sound
not,
right,
no.
bro.
Oh, is that?
No,
Well,
women
I
are,
mean, you know what I mean.
women are an option. Okay.
No, I'm just saying the.
I don't know if I know what you mean.
Yeah. No one does.
Tell us about the girl that you want to call today.
That's how you say it.
I was just trying to go back to the door
Don't.
metaphor. Okay.
Don't.
It didn't
No.
work.
All right. What's her name?
Her name is Jessie, and it's kind of weird. So I was at this work event, and this lady gave me her number.
In a professional way or gave you.
No, it was kind of like okay, let's
Okay.
vibe each other out.
Oh,
Okay.
And so I texted the number, and I said something like, it was great meeting you last night.
Uh-huh.
And then Jessie texted back, and she was like, who is this?
Oh, wait, what? Jessie
Yeah.
wasn't the girl at the work event?
Jessie wasn't the woman. It was
Oh.
so this lady just gave me this other number, I guess a fake number.
That's got to be a little bit of a shot to the ego.
It was, but it wasn't as big of a shot to the ego as when Jessie said, because I told her this, and she goes, oh, why would she give you a different number? Are you ugly?
Oh!
oh man.
Oh my God! But that was such a good opening because it means send me your pic.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Way to go, Jessie.
Yeah, like you tell me.
Exactly. So I didn't even think. I just sent a photo of myself. But then without me having to ask, like, what do you look like? She just sent me a photo.
Oh,
A
good.
fairly suggestive photo.
Oh.
Even better, bro.
What's up, Jessie?
That
Best
photo.
wrong number ever.
Go.
One of those female doors was definitely opening at
There
that
you
point.
go.
The female
What are you
Okay.
guys? No. No. Oh my God.
All right. Well, so you guys are vibing, obviously. Did this turn into a date?
Well, yeah, we did. And, like, we didn't really make a plan, but we ended up doing this thing that's kind of weird for a first date, I admit.
Okay.
Ooh,
What does that mean?
nice. Oh, wait.
Okay.
I mean, we're all thinking different things here.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm not
don't
sure what you
know.
mean. What
Okay,
happened?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that weird, but I can imagine that someone would. We did a skincare regimen together.
That is not what I was thinking.
Definitely strange.
Okay.
Wait, but this could be cute.
is
Like,
nice.
like you played like day spa where you did like face masks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'd be into that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
be nice.
you're a married woman. Like, that's different than going on a
know,
first date and
Alexis.
giving each other facials.
It's kind of cute.
The thing is, though, I actually have a very regimented skincare
Oh.
that I do for myself.
That's rare. I mean, at least all the guy friends I have, I don't think any of them, maybe one of them.
I know. And you all are going to be so old looking soon.
More importantly, what did Jesse think about this?
Well, she loved it. And as, we put on our honey avocado face mask.
Wow.
That
Honey
sounds nice.
avocado.
I'd rather eat it.
Yes.
If it were me and you asked me to do a skincare routine on a first date, I'd kind of think you were telling me I had bad skin or something.
And I even said that. I said, hey, this is not a comment on how I feel about your skin. I just think it's a very fun activity, and I like doing it. So oh, my God. Honestly, Brooke, I have an eye skincare thing that will make you look 20 years younger.
Oh, okay.
Why
Okay,
did you
I mean, if you want me to look 7 years old again, fine. I'll try it.
Sure.
You'll be closer to my
No,
age.
but honestly,
No!
you guys honestly email that to me.
Okay.
Oh, it's already sent.
Okay, perfect.
wow.
Perfect.
Because my belief is the fact that, if people took better care of their skin, the world would honestly be a better looking place.
It's like if the Middle East just got a little bit of skincare, all the problems would be solved.
Makes sense.
Just,
Everything.
yeah. Just throw some avocado masks over there into Syria.
I mean, I actually
Can you see Kim Jong-un with this?
think Kim Jong-un.
Just with a little...
It's all he needs.
Cucumbers over his eyes. No, but this gives you a lot of opportunity to flirt together, right? Like, how were you two on the date?
I mean, we were just vibing, and we didn't really talk that much, but I don't know, it was just very calming, and I felt very relaxed with her.
Okay.
That's good.
So how did the date end?
Well, so eventually we peeled off our masks, and I called her an Uber, and I kissed her goodbye, and ever since then, I feel like she's avoiding me. I'll text her every once in a while and be like, hey, what's up? And she's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, let me check my schedule. And those texts have been getting increasingly more sporadic. So I just don't really know what to do.
Do you think that there's any way it came off as you friend zoned her almost? I mean, she sent you this sexy pic of herself, and then you guys were
spa day.
you guys were doing kind of a slumber party, which is fine.
I could see that.
I know, and I would totally agree with you if we didn't make out.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you fully made out.
Kissed.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I mean, we kissed, but then it slowly turned into a makeout, but I kind of had to stop it because I didn't want my pores to get too messy.
Okay. Yeah, you'd hate for that to happen.
God.
Well, here's what we're going to do. Let's play a song. While we do that, you could put on some watermelon eye serum or something, and then we'll come back.
I already have it.
Oh, of course you do. Excuse me. If you're just tuning in for part 2 of the second date, we're on the phone with Ray. Ray never actually met up with his date.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess he kind of did.
Yeah.
But his phone died. He was very late, so she ended up just yelling at him and threatening to call the cops. Not the most successful date we've ever heard, but not the least successful.
That is true. That's also a true statement. I honestly think it could be way worse.
Yeah. And
I've done way worse.
Yeah.
you know what? I believe that, Ray.
Yeah.
And you never got to explain that you were just down the road at some old couple's house smoking a J while playing Boulder Dash.
Whoa. We were watching Jeopardy start with a J.
Well, we're going to find out a little bit more. Are you ready to call Kate here?
I would love a second chance with this girl.
I think you've got, I said maybe before, but I was even thinking about it more. I think there's no way this girl is not going to give you a second chance, right? She was super mad in the moment, not because of you, but because of all the bad dating experiences she's had. And I think she's not calling you back now because she's embarrassed. How embarrassing to overreact like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she didn't even really know what she was overreacting to. She was just like, you're an hour late. That's ridiculous. And I 100% respect that.
Yeah, for sure.
See, it's good that you understand that. This is going to be fine.
All right. Well, we're going to call Kate right now and try and get your second date, okay?
That would be so great. Thanks, guys.
All right. I'm dialing the phone number now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I talk to Kate, please?
This is she.
Hi, Kate. My name's Young Jeffrey from the radio. Do you have a moment to chat?
What's this about?
This is about something that we do on our show called a second date.
Okay. What does that mean?
Hurry, Jeff.
You're very businesslike. That's a good point.
I have to fast. Okay, it's where someone reaches out to us because they went on a date and then they're getting blown off. So we call that person, try and figure out why.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so explain it to me.
Oh my God, you're stressing me out
Yeah,
just
I
talking
know.
like this.
It's just someone likes you and you're not calling them back and they want a second chance. They want to explain themselves.
Okay.
And the person who reached out about you, his name is Ray.
Oh.
I know it's a little different because you and Ray never actually went out.
Well, I mean, he was over an hour late. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Heard that.
Ray does.
Yeah, and you know what? I wasn't even going to go out with him after he showed up anyway.
Well,
Why?
I mean, he had a really good reason for being late. Did you hear him out at all?
No, I just saw him pull up in my driveway, so I didn't need to hear what he had to say.
Oh, well, you should have.
It may have changed your mind if you actually heard his excuse.
Well, whatever. He was driving American.
What?
He's an American.
Huh?
Like, that matters. The car was American.
American made?
Duh, I just said that.
Okay, I'm just trying to clarify.
I don't get it either. So you're not calling him back because of the car he was driving?
Yeah, you'd think that he would be driving like a Maserati or a Mercedes or like a Beamer, but he was in a Ford. And like, I'm not going to be caught dead in a Taurus.
What? Wait, hold on. Why would you assume people are in a Beamer and a Maserati?
Yeah.
Because in his dating profile, it said that he makes over six figures. And like, you don't drive a Taurus when you're making over six figures.
That's actually not true. You do drive a Taurus if you're making over six figures and you're good with your money because cars are wastes of money.
Brooke's rich and she drives a Subaru.
That sounds really lame, actually. Like, if you have a ton of money, don't you want people to see it? You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to ask me what I make if I'm driving a Jaguar or whatever.
So,
Rich people, you do know someone's rich if they drive a Jaguar.
Well, it is kind of weird to put that in your dating profile, to brag about money and then not brag about it in other areas of your life. I could see
Absolutely
that.
Okay, you know what? You're right. Ray should answer these questions. Ray, explain yourself.
I would love to explain myself.
Ray?
Yeah, we didn't tell you. Ray's actually been on the other line listening during this whole conversation.
Oh, come on.
That's how these work.
You didn't tell me that he was on the other line. I thought I was just talking to you guys.
Yeah.
You sound pretty passionate about your stance on American-made cars. I mean...
Well, absolutely. I mean, what is the point of having money if you're not going to spend any of it?
Yeah, Ray.
Yeah, where's your Porsche, Ray?
Wait, hold on. Why am I going to spend my money on a car that just loses money the moment I buy it? Like, I'd rather spend my money on experiences and, like, enjoyment in life.
Girls don't want experiences and joy. They want material things, Ray.
I don't need a nice car, but the guy that I'm with does, so that, like, I can feel great in it, you know?
Are you for real? Like,
yes.
that's
so
what
fun
financially
to be
secure is to you?
Yeah, when you're with a man who has a nice car, like, everyone knows that you're safe and secure. And, like, that's the guy that's going to take care of you.
I don't know if you've seen, like, the Consumer Reports, like, on the Taurus, but it's pretty safe. You're going to live through any of this.
It's a good point, Ray.
And I assure you we're going to have a nice dinner wherever we go. Like, I don't know
my
why.
God. But, like, why would you pull up to a valet in a Taurus? You know, like, the valet's
Well, I know the valet's not going to, like, take it for, like, a test drive like Ferris Bueller.
That's true.
Okay, wait a minute. You're basing, like, listen to yourself. You're basing your dating decisions off what the valet thinks of who you're out with. Like, that is such a stupid idea.
Hold on.
Well,
but to be
no, I
fair,
think that that's actually, like, it's how I feel. And that's what I like. And that's what makes me feel good.
Yeah, women empowerment there.
No, it's not women empowerment.
Yeah.
It's materialism.
Yeah,
If
you want to ride
nice
in a
car,
powerful
Kate,
car that goes from 0
it.
to 100 in under 3.
Oh, my
I
God.
feel you, girl.
Yeah. I mean, you show up and that's first impression and it didn't seem fun.
seriously, does it matter what kind of car I drive? I have money. I make tons of money.
Oh, God.
I just don't waste it on dumb cars.
All right, then tell me one thing that you've actually spent money on. Like, it doesn't have to be a car, just something that's fun. Like, what have you bought that's expensive?
What?
I like this question.
For real? That's what you want to know? Like, what brings
Yeah,
me
I'm
pleasure that I
curious.
spent money on? Like,
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
Seriously, I want to know.
What?
for your information, for my mom's birthday, I bought her a Louis Vuitton handbag.
Ooh, those
Oh,
are expensive.
that's pricey.
That's a couple
Well,
grand.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. And, like, do you buy gifts for people, like, lots of times?
What?
Okay.
What? No, stop. Kate, you are the most materialistic, superficial person I've ever heard.
I don't really need to hear from you. I'm asking Ray the question, okay?
Okay. All right, Ray, what's your answer?
Be quiet, bro.
Yeah, Brooke. Support women for once.
Yeah, I mean, I spend money on people that mean a lot to me.
Okay. Well, maybe I was just a little harsh before, but you know what? If you apologize to me, then I can give you another chance.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Okay, this is going better.
Is it? Is it going better? This sounds terrible to me.
I mean, like, I was trying to tell you when I got there, I was sorry. I never even told you the story about, like, my cell phone. Like, these guys have all heard it.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but, like, can't you just save that story for our next date?
All right, I think that's my cue to jump in here and ask Kate, would you like to go out on another date with Ray here? We'll pay for it.
I mean...
Actually, better yet, Ray will prove how much money he has by paying for it himself.
Oh, my God.
Hey, guys, let me save my money for the third date.
All right, we're back to paying for it again.
Okay.
All right,
Wait, Kate, are you going out with him again?
I think so, because he seems really down to earth.
What?
That's your response?
You found out about a purse and he's down to earth.
Did you not hear about his Louis handbag for his mom? I mean, that is so sweet.
Yeah, Brooke, shame on you.
Ray, there is no way you want to go out with this woman.
I don't see the problem with going out with her.
What?
That was
Why are you worried?
Kate's whole idea for her future plan is just to marry a rich dude. That's not a plan,
That
man.
sounds like a pretty solid plan to me,
What?
Kate.
It's not a plan, Kate.
Ray, just so you know, the next date, we're going to take my car.
Oh, what do you drive?
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of curious now.
Well, it doesn't matter, Ray. It's better than anything that you have.
I've got money on a Jetta. Anybody else?
Look.
All right, well, I think this is a success. Congratulations, you two.
Oh, my God.
Thank
I'm so
you.
disappointed.
You're going to have beautiful, rich babies together.
Perfect.
See, guys, it's not about the type of car you drive.
No, it's just about how much money you have.
Yeah.
That's what we learned.
That's where true love is.
We do lots of second dates where strange things happen to couples while they're out.
Yeah.
But this might be the strangest.
Really?
Because the date that was supposed to happen never did.
Ooh.
Where did it go?
Wait, it's like a mystery?
Who did it go with?
Dates never happen all the
And
time.
what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I am so confused by all of this.
Yes, many, many questions that we may
No.
never get answers to.
That's not why I'm confused.
The mystery.
It's the Klondike bar and why you're so mysterious about this. Is that a word?
Well, maybe we'll just get some
Mystified.
answers by asking Ray, who's on the phone right now and actually has the information that we're looking for. Now, Ray, this sounds a lot like a certain mystery novel I couldn't put down the other night called Ball Gags, Lies, and Dead Guys. Have you heard of that one?
I have not, but I'm hoping we can get to the end of this novel quicker than that, I hope.
Yeah, well, highly recommended, okay? It's a page turner. I was definitely choking something back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
At least we know this novel doesn't include dead guys, because Ray, you're alive and on the phone with us.
Yeah, 100%. I'm here.
Okay,
All right.
good.
I'm hoping that your story is as interesting as the one I was reading. So
I bet it's not.
tell us about the girl that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name's Kate.
Okay.
Okay, and how'd you meet Kate?
So we met online on an app, yada, yada, yada. Not so interesting. But we hit it off. It seemed great.
Okay.
We were having a great time. We were chatting back and forth, and we decided to, meet up.
Yeah.
Here's where the problem comes in. I'm on my way to her house. My phone dies. I start digging around, no phone charger.
Oh, it's the worst feeling.
Gosh.
I kind of remember the address. I definitely know the street.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's like olden
pretty
How
days.
do you navigate? Oh,
Yeah,
my
You
God.
had to pull over, ask for directions?
Well, as for directions, but I'm like, do you guys know Kate?
Yeah.
You could have gone to a gas station and bought a charger for your phone.
Oh, that's actually smart. I didn't ever even
You're
think of
right. But my biggest fear was to be late for my date.
that. Okay, so did you find her apartment?
Well, what I think is the address that Kate lives at is actually the address of this lovely elderly couple.
Aww.
So you had a date with two old people. Cool.
Well, I did. I spent a good bit of time with them.
So,
did?
wait, hold on. You walked up to a house thinking that it was Kate's place, but an elderly couple answered the door and you went in?
Well, an older woman answered the door, and I asked if Kate was there, and she's like, come on in. She didn't quite say Kate didn't live there.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I think they were a little lonely, but it was cool.
So with hanging out with your new old friends, did you find out that this wasn't Kate's house?
I found out right away, but like the lady was so insistent on like helping me find Kate
Oh, no.
that I couldn't leave.
Oh,
Did these
wow.
old people not have a cell phone charger for you either?
No, they had one of those like rotary dial phones.
Oh, my God. A landline.
All right. So did they ever locate Kate for you?
They called around to the neighbors and finally figured it out.
Oh, my God.
Old people like have time to do anything. Like you can walk in with a problem and they'll spend the entire week trying to solve it for you.
Well, and all of a sudden, you're like the hot topic of the neighborhood gossip.
I'm sure they're still talking about me today.
So wait, what happened? Did you meet Kate?
I went over there and it was not good.
Oh. No. Was she mad that you were late?
Yeah, I mean, she definitely was a little bit upset because like I was over an hour late.
Yeah.
She didn't even like want to hear that I was like talking to her neighbor, these old people. Like she was over it.
So she hasn't even heard your cute story about your cute old friends now?
When I tried to explain to her like what had happened, she told me to like get off her property, and if I didn't get off, she was going to call the cops for trespassing.
Oh. That's a good. That's a positive response.
Probably a good sign that she wanted to see you in handcuffs.
I don't think that's what we take from that.
Well, I mean later, but like after dinner, I think.
Yeah.
So the date never happened, and so we know why, obviously. She's not calling you back, and you're just hoping we can convince her to go out again?
I'm hoping you can like try to explain to her that it wasn't intentional. Like, I mean, I made some new old friends, I guess.
So how long did you stay outside of her house yelling at her until you finally decided to go home?
I don't know, 5 minutes. Not enough to like cause a scene.
Okay, that's
All
good.
right.
It wasn't crazy.
But I did end up going back over to the old folks' home and hang out with them.
Okay, well.
Yeah, they were so nice.
What?
And I felt bad for them because they were like, if it doesn't work out, come back over here. So I did.
Oh my god.
What did they say about Kate? I mean, you told them the whole story. They're obviously vested in your love life at this point.
They felt terrible for me. They said that any girl would be lucky to have me.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, that is classic
grandma,
old
grandpa.
people.
They pinched his cheek.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, look
so
how adorable he is, Henry.
you haven't been able to reach Kate at all.
Not at all.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her?
Well, a few, but not too many. Like a couple texts and one phone call.
Okay, so not a crazy amount. That's a good sign. I think we can salvage this. I think she was just angry in the moment. Now that she has time to calm down, she hears the story. We're getting you a second date.
I agree.
Or if not that, at least a partner at the bingo game. So there's going to be a positive that comes out of this. We're going to play a song, come back, and call Kate, try and get you a second date, okay?
Oh my God, thank you guys. That'd be huge. I feel like I totally screwed this up.
All right. Yeah, we're going to try and fix it for you. Hold on. Ladies, I'm going to tell you a little secret about guys.
Okay, dish.
Men love a woman with a little tude.
Two.
Little attitude.
Okay.
Little spice. Little feistiness, you know.
Not true.
Not too feisty, obviously. Not like, go fight that guy for me.
Oh, not scary.
But just a little bit of cayenne on that macaroni.
I know.
You know, because that feistiness tells us something. It tells us you're passionate. And you're probably into some freaky stuff.
Yeah, lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. Yeah,
we love it.
Okay, the cliche.
And I have a
All
feeling
right.
that the girl on the phone today for a second date is definitely a little freaky because of what she ended up doing on her first date.
Freaky or crazy?
I'm intrigued.
Let's find out. Her name is Rebecca. Rebecca, you a freak, huh?
A big one.
Oh, yeah.
I like a woman who will own that.
Well, I'm just messing around with you. Tell us about the guy that you went out with. What's his name?
His name is James.
Oh, you do sound feisty.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you meet James?
We met on this dating app.
Okay. What'd you like about him?
Well, in his picture, he looked pretty hot. I mean, he was muscular. He just looked like he could do some things.
Okay.
Freakalicious.
All right.
So what'd you and James do on your date?
We went to this little diner.
Okay.
And I was there first. I kind of like to do that.
Why?
Because if I don't like what I see, I normally kind of just leave.
Oh, shut up. You sneak out the back door.
Wow.
Well, I don't really have to sneak too much. I already have my shades and stuff on me, incognito.
Oh, God.
I see you in like a wig with one of those fake noses sitting at a bar counter. Deciding whether or not to take it all off or just to stay low.
Yes.
So with James, you decided to stick around.
Yes. So with James, I noticed him come in, and he looked a little different than his pictures.
In a good way, or?
You know, like he looked like a whole lot different, like maybe about 50 pounds bigger than his picture.
But that was okay with you, apparently.
That was absolutely not okay with me.
Oh.
I mean...
Okay, so wait, what did you do?
Initially, my first thought was run for the hills because he's such a liar. Why would don't lie. It's online dating.
So-
You're going to meet...
I mean, I guess at some point you changed your mind and introduced yourself?
I mean, yes. So at one point, like I said, I was thinking I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to just let him know that this is horrible. You shouldn't do people this way.
Oh, you're going to tell him off.
That was my first thought. Then I looked next door, and there was this furniture place, and I'm like, let me go over here really quick. And I end up buying a pillow.
Hold on. You ditch the guy. You decide to go back. In the middle, you get distracted.
Wait, so listen. This is important.
Okay.
You got to hear me out. So I went and bought the pillow, and I actually put it inside of my shirt because I wanted to go back to show him, like, hey, I'm not who I said I am either.
So you put a pillow in your shirt to make it look like you're big or pregnant or something in the middle.
All right, so you're getting even with him for not showing who he really was in his picture.
Exactly. I want him to see what that looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, this is some freak stuff, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So how did that work out?
Oh, my goodness. The moment I came up, he acted like it was just okay. Like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Wait, what?
Oh, he's a nice guy. He's like, sure, you look like you got a square stomach, but that's fine.
He looks comfortable.
I mean, he ended up being so cool. I mean, so kind. He was compassionate. He was asking, are you okay? Do you need anything else? How about, can I get you another dessert? And I'm like, I'm going to eat that up now.
Wow.
So wait, and the whole time you're sitting there with a pillow in your shirt?
This is crazy.
He thought I was pregnant the whole time, and I just rolled with it the whole night because, you know, hey.
I would be worried that he's like cool with going out with a pregnant chick all of a sudden.
There's nothing wrong with going out with a pregnant chick. Did he ever address it? Did he ever say anything about it?
No, he was just so kind. When are you due? What are you having? And I was like, oh, man.
Wait, did you make stuff up?
You were outright lying.
Listen, I just couldn't tell him the truth. And the baby's name is Fred.
Oh, my God.
The Tempur-Pedic baby.
Yeah. So wait, what do you want to do? I mean, he's not calling you back, right?
He keeps calling. He's wondering how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. When are we going to hang out?
Oh, he is calling.
And I just don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. I need your help here because I want to hang out. I enjoyed him afterwards. He's great. And I'm like, do I tell him the truth? Like, I have to?
Do you have to tell him all the truth? Because the whole truth is like, hey, you're really fat, and I was going to show you how much that sucks by putting a pillow in my belly, and now you think I'm pregnant.
I think your best bet is to actually go out and get pregnant for real, and then you're not lying anymore.
You know, that's a long play. You got to wait a little while. And he's going to be like, wait, you're still pregnant? 9 months later.
It's a 14-month pregnancy.
Yeah.
He's even asking me, like, if you don't have anyone to be in the delivery room, I'll be there for you. And I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Okay, listen, you do not want to put a man who thinks a pillow is a pregnant belly in a delivery room. He's a little uneducated. I'm just letting you know.
Well, he does sound like a nice guy.
He does. He does.
I really want to talk to him. I really do.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to find out if we can help you. We're going to play a song, come back, and get your second date right after this, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Gosh.
All right, hold on. Just tuning in, we're on the phone with Rebecca, and Rebecca is expecting a brand new 100% goose down snuggle soft bundle of joy.
Queen size, I hear.
No, she needs a second date, but this one's a little bit different than what we normally do because normally we call people when someone's being completely ignored after a date. But Rebecca has been getting calls and texts from James. She's just not answering any of them because she feels bad about what she did.
As she should.
If you didn't know, she stuffed a pillow under her shirt and pretended to be pregnant during their date. And she only did that because when he showed up, he seemed a little heavier than his profile pictures.
A lot heavier.
But now Rebecca wants to make things right and get another date. Rebecca, how do you want to handle this exactly? Do you want me to tell him that you faked your pregnancy, or do you want to deliver that news?
Deliver. I get it.
That's dumb.
I feel so guilty about doing that, you know? I mean, now just looking back at it, it was such a petty mistake.
It was. And you do want a date, right? You're not just using this just to, I don't know, clear your conscience.
Yes, I do. I mean, if this is going to go on, if this is a potential partner, then I don't want to go in lying.
Okay, so you're going to tell him that it was not a real pregnancy. I don't have to do that for you, right?
Right.
Okay, good. Because I've already done way too many fake pregnancy announcements this week. I need a break personally. But let's call James for you, okay? You ready?
I'm definitely going to do my best. Like, I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, just breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe through it, and we'll get through it together, okay? Here we go. We're going to call James.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to James, please?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, this is young Jeffrey from Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. You have a moment to talk?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. I promise we're harmless,
Well,
except for Brooke, yeah.
Yeah, she's scary, but...
hi, James.
All right, Ben. I mean, what's going on? Why y'all calling me?
Well, we do a thing on our show called The Second Date. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, I've heard of those before.
Okay. Just in case, that's where if you go out on a date with someone and then get ghosted, we'll call that person for you and find out why. But your situation is a little bit different because you actually are calling this girl back.
What? This is so weird.
It is weird. This is a weird one. I mean, more weird than normal.
So do you remember going out with a woman recently named Rebecca?
Yeah, I know Rebecca.
So she reached out to us and really wanted us to call you.
I was like, that's crazy because I call her and she don't really, answer.
Yeah, it would be confusing that she would call us instead of just calling you back. I could see where that gets weird.
Here's the deal, James. Rebecca wanted to let you know that she delivered, and it's actually quads.
What? No.
And 2.5 of them are yours.
Jeffrey, shut up.
Oh, that can't be true. I didn't even hit.
No, that is not true, James. James, did you like Rebecca a lot?
Yeah, she was cool, man. She had a great vibe. She was a real, genuine person.
Yeah. You know, she said a lot of really kind things about you, especially about how gracious you were about thinking about the pregnancy and things.
Yeah. I definitely wasn't expecting that one. You don't swipe on somebody expecting them to be pregnant.
Yeah. It's a little confusing. Did anything seem weird about the situation to you?
I mean, outside of her being pregnant?
Yeah, no. Did anything seem weird about that?
Is that not weird enough?
It could be weirder.
No. She was a dope soul, so I enjoyed my time with her.
Rebecca is a dope soul.
Dude, that is actually a really awesome compliment.
Yeah, we can tell already.
You don't meet a lot of dope souls these days. But here's the thing. Rebecca set this whole thing up because she really wants to talk with you. But she's been really nervous about it.
Is it about the dessert thing?
About the dessert.
What about the dessert?
I felt bad after the date because I felt like I was trying to be over nice, I guess. And because she was pregnant, I'm like, well, maybe she wants 2 desserts, one for her and one for the baby.
That's right. You are a good man, James. That is exactly what a pregnant woman wants.
I like it, dude.
That's why I tried to buy her 2 desserts, and maybe it might have put her off or something like that.
No.
I don't think that's it. But after this, no matter what happens, the whole show wants to go out with you and eat for sure because you sound awesome.
I look pregnant. Buy me dessert.
Let's do it.
But here's the thing. Rebecca really does want to talk to you, but she's a little bit nervous about it. And she actually has been listening on the phone this whole time.
What?
And she has something she wants to tell you.
You mean she's on the phone like right now?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, James.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Oh, there's that smile.
Oh.
Wow, I've really been thinking about you.
Oh, have you? That's good to know. I mean, I've been trying to reach out to you. I didn't know if you weren't returning my calls, because maybe I upset you or, when I bought the 2 desserts, maybe that... You thought I was calling you fat or something, and you were just kind of shading me. I didn't know.
No, the 2 desserts were fine. Thank you.
All right, then. You didn't drop 4 babies, did you?
Jeff was kidding.
Oh, okay.
No. About that.
All right.
So I really okay. It's hard.
It's okay.
So there's no baby. I'm actually a surrogate. I don't have the baby anymore.
What?
Rebecca, did you say surrogate? Yeah. You're a surrogate?
I really wasn't pregnant.
Hold on. Wait. So you weren't pregnant? I guess I'm not understanding. What about that second dessert for then?
And you don't mean surrogate. You mean that you lied is what you mean.
I lied about the surrogate just now. I lied about being pregnant. That was actually a pillow from a place next door to the diner that we were at.
Yeah.
It was all a lie.
Some people like fart when they lie. She makes up pregnancies when she lies.
What would make you even lie about something like that? I mean, most people try to hide an actual pregnancy. You come in pretending to be pregnant?
The opposite?
Okay, well, I saw you come into the restaurant, and you were actually much heavier than your pic said. And I was mad. I acted out of just anger and ego, so I went to get the pillow, came back, and then we spoke, and from that moment, you were amazing to me, and I got lost in the moment.
Very lost.
Yeah, so it wasn't a pregnancy. It was a pillow from next door that she stuffed up her shirt.
She was trying to teach you some sort of weird lesson because she felt like you were lying to her. With
So you sat with the pillow in your stomach the whole time? That's so weird.
I mean, yes. Yes, I did that.
I mean, I put on a little weight. It's not, come on now.
James, it's not a little weight. That wasn't a little weight. I mean, come on. Okay, I will say this. I don't want it to become a thing. I am so sorry, and I actually want you to forgive me because I really like you.
I like you, too. I honestly think you dope. You're a dope soul, for real.
You still believe that after the whole pregnancy scare? Slash lie?
I mean, I really don't mind that she's not pregnant outside of her calling me, chunky because of my picture.
Well, she feels bad about the whole thing, James, and she's really hoping that you'll forgive her, and she promises that she won't fake a pregnancy again until you're in a committed relationship. So
no more fake pregnancies?
Well, at least not until you're definitely together, and then it would actually count. But here's the thing. If you're willing to give her a second chance, we will pay for a date for the two of you. As many desserts as you guys can handle.
Oh, I'm eating both of them this time.
No, I think that was what started this problem, James.
Right. I guess so.
James, so after everything you heard, you really want to go out with me again?
It's crazy, but I thought I vibe with you. I can dig you. You know what I'm saying?
You guys are so cute.
They're both dope souls.
I know. I love it when two dope souls find each other.
Maybe one day then I can actually, put that baby up in there.
Oh, dang, James.
I went 0 to 100 real quick.
Well, definitely keep us updated. Congratulations, Rebecca. You got your second date.
Thank you. And I like your chunky, by the way. It's okay with me.
Yeah, it's all right. You can make love to a teddy bear.
Okay.
Wow.
We got to cut this off. It's about to get R-rated in here. Congratulations, you guys.
Cow.
Today, a listener named Ryan is on the phone for a second date, and in his email, he said that he's been frustrated with dating recently, so he started trying a unique way to meet women.
Okay.
He didn't explain what it was, so I can only assume that he's dressing up as a dog and going to dog parks.
Oh, yeah, women love puppies.
They least expect it.
Yeah.
You can smell whoever you want, you can hump anybody's leg, and then 6 months later, you stand up and reveal, hey, my name's Ryan, I'm not a dog at all.
Whoa.
Would you like to go on a date?
And
Yeah.
this whole time, I thought you were a horny talking dog.
Is that what you're doing, Ryan? Because that's what I was thinking.
Not quite.
Oh, man.
All right.
But now he's got a plan B for
Yeah.
if this one doesn't work out.
We'll find out what your unique way is in just a second, but tell us the name of the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Chrissy.
Chrissy, all right.
Okay.
And did you meet her in the unique way that you've been meeting people? Sounds creepy.
Yeah, turns out I did.
All right, so what is that? What are you doing?
Okay, so
And I'm sorry to say that with so much judgment in my voice, but this is a second date and people do weird things. So what are you doing?
well, I'm self-employed. I have my own business, and I work in an office downtown, and my window is on the ground floor. So a lot of people walking by all day long. And one day, I had some buddies come by the office for lunch, and, as a gag, we put up a sign in the window that says, ladies, if you see something you like, tap the glass.
It's like a sales window for a boyfriend.
Yeah, did it as a laugh.
It actually worked?
To be honest, not really. A few old ladies would walk by. They tapped on the glass. I would wave and smile. Some of them would tap again. I'd give them a thumbs up.
Like, no, I'm serious. Haven't been with a man in years.
Yeah, I think their average age was like maybe 80 or 85.
Good thing about me is can't get pregnant. Menopause. Want to go out?
God, menopause for them was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, unfortunately, no one I was really interested in.
Okay. So you did get some tappers, just not the ones you wanted. And so did the girl you go out with, Chrissy, did she tap?
So here's the story. Like, after this fourth awkward encounter with an old lady, I obviously hadn't thought this through, and I was about to take the sign down. Then this cute girl tapped on the window. I looked up expecting to see, one of this rotating cast of women who...
Yeah.
She's like, have you been trying to sleep with my grandma? I'm mad at you. Yeah, you pervert. I'm guessing that was Chrissy.
Yeah, much to my surprise, there was actually like a hot girl standing outside. And,
Nice.
So what'd you do, like run out of your office?
Yeah, basically. I was like, hold on. And I ran outside, and I asked her what her name was, and she was like, well, I'm Chrissy.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this actually worked.
But almost didn't. She was like, Chrissy, but my name doesn't matter, because I'm just here to tell you that I've walked by for a few weeks now. I've seen the sign in your window, and I'm just want to tell you, you're never going to meet a girl that way.
You're like, well, isn't that ironic? Because
Right.
that's what we're doing now, Chrissy.
I was like, well, that's not true. I met you, right?
Nice
Okay.
answer.
She laughed, and it felt like we had a good vibe, and asked if she worked around there. She told me she did, and I was like, listen, obviously you just came to tell me that you thought this was pretty lame, but what if we just had one drink together?
Okay,
Okay.
good move. That's actually pretty smooth.
Yeah, and so, she agreed. She had plans that night. So I texted her, we made plans, we met up for a drink, and, when we met up, she was in this amazing, sexy red dress. Like, literally my jaw dropped when I saw her again.
Well, and I will say that's a good sign for you. If a woman takes the effort to pick out a dress to meet up for a drink, that means that she wants to impress you.
And, in the back of my head, I was like, I cannot believe this stupid sign actually worked.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, it sort of worked. You're not getting a call back now.
That's true.
Yeah, don't count your chickens, right?
All right. How was the whole date?
It was really good. We had a lot in common. We talked about concerts that we were into. We both like photography and a lot of the same music. I made her laugh a lot. The whole thing was great.
How long did you guys hang out for?
I think we had 4, maybe 5 drinks. I can't honestly remember. We were there for a couple hours.
Okay.
And we were talking about things that we wanted to do together even before the day was even over. Talking about maybe taking a hike or...
Okay, so that's good that you're planning on another date while you're on that date. Did you guys kiss at the end or anything?
At one point near the end of the date, I wrote in a cocktail napkin, if you like what you see, tap your lips on mine.
Okay.
Tap your lips.
Call back to the first original joke, how you met her.
Love it.
Yeah, it was kind of a callback, but that didn't really go over. She was basically like, that was pretty lame. But she laughed. Maybe it was like a pity laugh. And I was like, I know, but we should definitely hang out again. And she said, okay. And we hugged. And that was that. And I haven't heard from her since, unfortunately.
Okay, nothing, and you've tried texting her?
Yeah, I texted her a few times, even gave her a call, which I know you're not supposed to do these days, but...
What's your theory? Why do you think she's not calling you back?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe it was like that lame joke at the end, but that's really the only thing I can really think of. And I did take the sign down, but now I feel like, I'm just like a sad little puppy in the window waiting for someone to come and pick me.
All right.
Dude, and if you haven't seen her walk by, she's
sitting
taking
there.
a different way to work just to avoid little sad puppy.
All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
All right, thank you guys.
All right, man, hang on. Middle of a second date, and if you're just tuning in, Ryan is on the phone, and he thinks he's not getting a call back from a girl named Chrissy, probably because he asked her to tap her lips onto his lips. It's a weird way to ask for a kiss.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense if you heard the first part, though. He met her because, as a joke, he and his office buddies put a sign on their window. They work on the ground floor of a building that said, hey, tap the window if you're interested in anything inside. And she actually did tap the window, but mostly to tell him he'd never meet a woman that way. And then he actually got a date with her. They went out, had a good time, but during the date, he tried to bring that joke back and wrote on a cocktail napkin, if you like what you see, tap your lips on mine.
Oh, man.
And he thinks that lame joke is the reason he's not getting a call back. Ryan, are you ready to call her?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It just dawned on me. What if the whole thing was just a pity date? Like she felt bad for you that you were so desperate that you put up a sign.
I mean, who's going to put in, like, that kind of time to just, like, give pity to a stranger?
Yeah, and she did dress up and everything, too, for your date.
Seems like most people would have, like, better things to do.
Yeah,
you're right.
And
She wore
maybe
that
she's
red dress.
evil. I mean,
That's
maybe she's like, screw it. I got better things to do, but I just want to mess with this guy.
Either that,
We'll
she had
find
a real,
out.
Either that, or she had a real dinner date after his date.
Yeah, you were the
That's what she
Yeah.
wore the dress for.
You were appetizers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, maybe she was just in it for the free drinks, but I hope not, because I felt like we had a really strong connection with one another.
Who knows? All right, we'll call her and find out right now. Okay.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Chrissy, please?
this is she.
Hey, what's up, Chrissy? How are you? I'm calling from a radio show. The reason that I'm calling you is because we got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show, and it's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then you don't call them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and try to figure out what happened. And we got an email about you from a dude named Ryan.
Okay.
You remember
Remember
Ryan?
who Ryan is?
I do remember Ryan.
He's the guy with the sign in the window.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. Yes.
Well, he emailed us because he said he really enjoyed going out with you, but now you're not answering any of his text messages or anything like that. So he's wondering if you did something wrong.
Well, I guess if I'm being honest, it feels like Ryan hasn't dated a lot. So it was just a little awkward.
Oh.
Okay, so he doesn't know how to date. Anything specific?
Well, I will say this. Ryan, he's a very nice guy. We had a good first half of the date. It was totally fine, just kind of getting to know you. And then
Okay.
I went a little overboard. It was a little too much too soon. So I didn't feel comfortable answering his text and continuing that.
Too much too soon. He said he didn't even kiss you.
No, not like that. We were talking about music, and we had a lot of music similarities that we enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this band I hadn't heard of, and he was like, oh my gosh, they're coming into town. I should get us tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, the tickets are like 7 months in advance. So that was a little like, oh, ha, ha, like I thought he was being funny, and he was very like, I can hop on my phone and get the tickets right now.
Oh, a little too eager.
So, yeah, a little too eager. I mean, we were just getting to know each other.
Chrissy, is that really a bad thing? I mean, yeah, sure, it may not work out, and 7 months from now he may have to take a friend instead of you, but like, isn't it nice to have someone finally just say, yeah, let's keep doing this?
I am in agreement with you. I do think that it's nice, but it wasn't like that one incident. Like, it just kept coming on, like, really strong. And
Do you have any other examples of things that he did?
he told me that I reminded him a lot like his mom. We had similar personalities.
Don't ever do that.
No, but that could be good.
No.
Yeah, he wanted me to go back home with him on this trip to, like, see his mom and hang out with his mom and see how we get along together.
Okay.
And I was kind of playing it off as jokes, but they kept coming where it was like, yeah, I think you get along with my family really well, and these are these things that we do back home, and you could join in. And I mean, it was like
that's a lot.
Planning family events, and it was like 45 minutes into our date.
All right. Wow. So,
and can we just establish, too, that I don't think that there's a woman on the planet that wants to be like your mom.
Right.
Like, it just, ever.
I mean, I'm sure that he meant it in a sweet way, but it just came across a little Norman Batesy-ish.
Right. I mean, he's already planning a date 7 months from now, and then he also wants you to go meet his family and go to their all events and everything else, and it's only your first
Well, that's
date.
not the worst of it.
What?
As we were leaving,
he stops us at the host stand and he asks the host if he can put in a reservation at that same table at the same time a year from now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
For the anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Oh, no.
That's awkward.
Super awkward.
I'd be ready to run.
I mean, luckily that was the end of the date, so I tried as hard as I could to just play it off of like, haha, this is funny, because like he's a very nice guy. He did make me laugh, but the second part of the date, it was just very clingy.
Oh, no.
Well,
Like he
and
was sending me a bunch of text messages afterwards. He called me, like I was like, just back off, dude.
Yeah.
And he sounds like one of those people that just becomes the relationship too, instead of being
Correct.
two people in a relationship. You're one person.
Right. It just kind of weirded me out. It was too much too soon. And like you said, if it were done right in the right time, in the right fashion, I would be all over it. But,
Right.
45 minutes an hour to knowing somebody.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I'm
That's
with
a
you.
lot. You know what else is moving a little too fast, maybe?
What?
Letting you know that he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to
Oh my gosh.
you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. Unless he hung up. Ryan, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Christy.
Hi, Ryan. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry that you had to hear that. I really do think that you are a nice guy.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like sorry if I came on too strong or if like that was too fast. It was like definitely not my intention. But I was just like felt like we really hit it off in the moment, and like when you see something great in front of you, you just like really want to take advantage. And like I just wanted to have a great time.
And I get that, and I respect that. It just was a little much of having that great time go for like the next 50 years together.
Yeah.
Well, right.
To be planning your year anniversary at the same restaurant. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you were doing, Ryan.
That was like kind of a joke, but I mean like
kind of.
I mean, I think it was just because that was like the nail on the coffin, I guess you could say, because Ryan, again, we did have a great time. You are funny guy, and we do have a lot of things in common, but it was like one thing after another.
Ryan's like, speaking of coffins, I already picked out our graves next to each other.
But Ryan, I mean, do you always move this fast? Like you're at lightning speed, dude.
to be honest, I was going to buy tickets to that concert anyway. Like, I didn't necessarily have to go with you.
Hey, Ryan, it's okay to just admit that you were really into her, because now it sounds like you're just playing everything off like, it was more of a joke, the reservations. I was going to go to that concert anyway. I mean, I figured I got an extra seat on the plane to see my mom, so I was like, why not?
No, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I really was into you. I really did like you. I just, I've got a great relationship with my mom. I mean, doesn't Freud say that, like, every guy is looking for a woman like his mom? Like, I thought it was a compliment.
Oedipus complex.
I mean, maybe that's true, but that's definitely not what most women want to hear on a first date, especially, wearing the dress that I was wearing. I didn't want to be compared to your mom.
Yeah.
But, like, look, you really did look like a younger version of my mom. I just, I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, stop talking about that, Ryan. Yeah.
I mean, Ryan, you've got to see, like, if you're already planning your first anniversary within the first hour of hanging out with somebody, by the third date, you guys are naming your children. Like, you've got to slow it down. Can you do that?
I didn't think it was really that serious. I mean, we can, cancel that reservation and, do something else for our anniversary if you want.
Okay, yeah, stop talking about the anniversary. Chrissy, would you like to go on a second date with Ryan? We'll pay for it, and then you can meet up with him and see if he can slow things down a bit.
Yeah.
Chrissy, before you answer, again, I'm really sorry. If you give me a second chance, we'll go out. I'll play it much cooler, and I really think that we could have a good time if you're willing to give me a do-over.
Pretty good pitch, Chrissy.
Yeah.
I will say this, Ryan, that I think you're very handsome, you're very sweet. We did have a good first part of the date.
See?
If you can keep things in the now, or maybe in a week from now, I would enjoy going on a second date with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan, can you do that?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Sure.
You don't sound very sure, but congratulations. Ryan, you actually got a second date. We haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome. Make sure to invite us to the wedding, okay?
Oh, gosh, no.
Stop, don't ruin this for me.
Wait on that engagement ring that you already bought. Wait to give it to her, okay?
All right, thank you.
Every time we do a second date, and I started off by saying, this is the craziest place I've ever heard of two people meeting, I always think that's going to be the last time that I say that.
Yeah.
And then I get emails like we got for today's second date, and I have to say it again. This is the craziest place anybody has ever met.
I really actually believe you on that one. You sound very adamant.
The girl that wants to call the guy for a second date today, her name is Sarah, says that she met him at a crime scene.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
What's up, Sarah?
Hi.
Congratulations. You
no.
officially have the title of the weirdest place of meeting anybody for a date ever. How did that happen?
Okay, so this was about a week ago, and I was at a convenience store. I was just picking up some stuff from my apartment, and I'm in one of the aisles, and I turn around, and I see this guy at the counter with a gun, facing it at the shop owner.
Please don't continue by saying that you thought he was really cute and you got his number.
That would be amazing.
Not exactly.
I think that'd be amazing, though.
Ooh, bad boy.
Dude, some women are into it, man. I can see it happening.
Anything can be attractive with a gun, but not exactly him.
Okay. That's frightening.
It was, because I've never been in a situation like that, so it kind of rattled my nerves, and I started to shake a little bit. And
I feel like even people who have been in a situation like that, it would still rattle their nerves to be in the middle of a convenience store robbery.
Don't worry, guys. I've done this 4 times. It's not a big deal.
Not again.
so I started to shake a little bit, and I didn't know what was going on, and it seemed forever, but the guy with the gun got spooked and ran out. So no harm, no foul. It was just the fact of seeing that happen scared me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
No
mean,
harm, no foul.
I'm still going with harm and foul on that one. I don't know about you.
Except for the nightmares that I have to suffer from almost.
Except for the post-traumatic stress, I'm
Right,
fine.
yeah, okay. So the place didn't get robbed, but a guy tried to rob it, and that's how you met the dude that you want to call. What's his name, by the way?
His name is Rusty.
Okay, and how did you guys actually meet?
How that happened was, of course, the shop owner called the police,
Yeah.
and Rusty happened to be in the store and witnessed it as well. The police came, they tried to take our statements, and we started, telling them what we had seen happen. And once the police was gone, I was still shaking a little bit. And so Rusty looked at me, and for me, it's so sexy when a guy can make you laugh, even in a very difficult situation.
He told you a joke?
He told me a joke, and that was what broke the ice. And it was for the life of me, I can't remember it. It must be the dumbest joke in the world, but I started giggling like a little child.
All right. So
Okay.
he was able to be funny in a very stressful time.
Exactly. And, it's nothing like a little laughter through tears. So I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And he had these really nice blue eyes, and I thought, wow, this guy's kind of cute. And I think he started feeling the vibe from me, and I started feeling a vibe from him. And he's like, you know what? There's a bar down the street. Want to go catch a drink? I was like, how about 5? Because I could use them right now.
They say that, if you have a near-death experience with somebody, you're, instantly bonded with them, and it's actually, a great way to meet people. That's why they encourage you to do, crazy stuff on dates, like skydive and stuff.
I didn't know that.
Wow, well, I guess that's what worked for me, because instantly there was sparks that flew.
All right. And so how was having drinks? Did you guys just go down the street and have beers?
Well, I had a little bit more than just a beer, but we did. We went to the bar, hung out, and next thing we know, we're back in his place.
Shut up. This guy's in a
alright.
convenience store that gets robbed, and now he has a girl back at his place?
He has the best story ever.
Yeah.
It was crazy how it happened.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like that before, so let's just say one thing led to another, and there you go.
Okay.
So did you stay the night? Did you wake up in the morning? What was it like?
Yeah, I kind of stayed the night.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
And how was the interaction with this dude the next day?
He asked me if I'd like to have a cup of coffee, and I said no, I have to get to work. I just gave him my number. I said, give me a call. I winked at him and gave him a kiss on the cheek, and I left.
Whoa, the wink. Aren't you, little sly fox?
He's like, I just witnessed a robbery yesterday, but that wink was the weirdest thing that happened. I wish you wouldn't have winked at me. So, has he tried to contact you at all since that night?
No, and I don't know why. I haven't heard from him. I, kind of wanted to play hard to get, so I haven't texted him or called him. But no, I haven't heard from him.
Did you expect more? Because it sounds almost like just this crazy story and a one-night adventure, I guess, for lack of a better word.
I kind of expected more. I mean, we really hit it off. And, we had a good night. Why not?
Well, we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Yep, hang on. Running a little short on time, so I don't have a bunch of time to recap exactly what happened. Okay. Sarah is on the phone. Mm-hmm. She wants to call a guy named Rusty. This is what happened when they met. She was at a convenience store just doing some shopping, and then in comes a robber trying to stick up the place. Oops, he drops his gun, picks it back up. He's fiddling with it, tosses it from one hand to the other, and then realizes he can't get the money, so he runs out of the convenience store, and then the police show up. By the way, everything is in really fast motion at this point. The police show up. They're searching around for clues. They can't find any clues, and so they grab Sarah, and they bring Sarah outside to make a statement, and then they talk to another guy named Rusty, who was at the same convenience store to make a statement, and they're standing there waiting for the police to do their thing. They're talking back and forth, laughing and giggling and everything else, and then they go down the bar and hang out and have some drinks, and then end up back at his place, and they hook up, and then she never hears from him again.
The only shocking part is no one slipped on a banana peel.
Yeah. Oh, no, that happened somewhere in there, I'm sure. Yeah, I think I just missed it.
That's so fast.
Pretty accurate, Sarah?
Yeah, pretty accurate.
So,
with the music and everything.
Yeah, that's how I picture that robbery being for some reason. Sarah is on the phone. She met the dude that she wants to call today at a robbery. That whole story is true. They ended up hooking up, and she hasn't heard from him since that day. So we're going to try to get him on the phone right now and find out what went wrong.
How are you going to feel if he just thought of your guys' night as a one-night stand?
I have to be honest, I'll be a little hurt because I thought there was more there.
Yeah.
You know what you should do?
Always?
If that's the case, you go right over to his house, you bust in the door with a big rubber mallet, and you hit him over the head with that thing repeatedly. We'll get him somehow. All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Rusty.
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Rusty. How are you, man?
Fine. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
That is me, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And we're calling people who were recently in a convenience store robbery to ask them some questions.
It's actually true.
Oh,
You were just in a convenience store robbery, right?
I mean, yeah. How do you know that?
Oh, I know that because we talked to a girl named Sarah who was at the same convenience store robbery, and she mentioned your name.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Sarah wanted us to call you because she told us all about the robbery and how you guys met when you were giving your police statement and how you went to the bar and then went back to your place and had a really fun night.
Okay, this is weird. Why did she tell you all that information?
Well,
a lot of information.
She's wondering why you haven't called her since then.
I figured you guys just had one crazy, dangerous night and that you wanted nothing else from her.
No, I mean, it's more than that, but I don't want to talk about it.
Do you like her? Did you like her?
Yeah, she was awesome. It was a wonderful time.
So wait, I mean, when you guys were hanging out, you didn't think that would be the last time you saw her?
No, I don't think it's going to be the last time that we hang out.
Okay, but you're not calling her. I don't know you very well, Rusty, but I can tell you this. Usually if you want to see somebody, you have to kind of like contact them.
Yeah. I know, and I will. It's just, I got some stuff I got to take care of first, and then I'm going to call her.
Can you tell us what you have to take care of?
I don't know you guys very well.
What do you mean you don't know us very well, dude? We've been on the phone for like 2 minutes. I feel like you're my best friend, Rusty. Look, man, she's really confused. She liked you a lot. She thought you were really funny. And also the other things that you did, she liked too. And so it would help if we could at least tell her why you're not calling her back.
I don't want her to know why I'm not calling her back.
Are you in a relationship? Really? I mean, I could see, like, you get caught up in the moment, adrenaline's going.
Look, if I tell you guys what's going on, do you promise not to tell her?
Sure.
It's just important. I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to go through with this, but I don't want her to know why yet.
Okay. It's your responsibility to tell her then.
Yeah. I'm in a relationship, and
What?
I'm gonna break up with her. This girl that I'm dating. I'm gonna break it. Things weren't good in the first place, and with everything that happened at the robbery, the adrenaline started going. It was one of the crazy experiences I've ever had, and everything kind of got overwhelming, and stuff with Sarah kicked off, and it was great, and I really like her. And I want to do the right thing and not see her until the relationship I'm in is over.
So,
You have a girlfriend? Did you think in the hours that we spent together that maybe you could have shared that with me?
Hey, Rusty, that's Sarah. She was on the phone listening. Sorry.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Sorry.
I told you I wouldn't tell her, Rusty.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me she was listening.
I'm bad with details. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me, Rusty? We spent how many hours at that bar? Did you even bother to tell me?
I had no idea that you were on the phone.
Does that matter?
Yeah, because if you weren't listening, then you wouldn't have known about the mistake I made of sleeping with you while I was in a relationship.
I was a mistake? Are you kidding me right now?
You weren't the mistake. The mistake I made was sleeping with you.
That sounds even worse. What the hell?
It's not, no, that's not what I mean.
Really, Rusty? What do you mean?
What I mean was that whole day, everything that happened that day was wonderful and awesome, and I got overwhelmed, and I made a poor choice.
So what happens? You get involved with me and somebody else brings out a gun, you're going to sleep with somebody else? Is that how that works?
I don't think that getting in the middle of a crime scene is going to be something I make a habit of doing.
I got to tell you, Rusty, I am so disappointed right now. Why didn't you just tell me that night, or you could have called the next day and explained yourself instead of me having to go through all this?
Well, you didn't call me either, and I was going to take care of the situation myself and then get back to you the appropriate way and then tell you everything that happened.
When I left that morning, I gave you my number. I said, give me a call. How much more explicit could I have been?
Well, I wanted to take care of this situation I dug myself into, and I wanted to do it the right way.
Right. So the situation's taken care of now.
yeah, is it? Are you still with your girlfriend, Rusty, or
I haven't told her yet, but I plan to do it in 2 days.
in
2 days? Why 2 days, Rusty?
Do it now.
My buddy's going to lend me his car so I could get some stuff out of her place, and I was going to do it all in the same day, and he wasn't available to help me out until a couple days from now, so I was just waiting till then to do it so it could be all taken care of as cleanly and smoothly as possible.
So let me get this straight. You want me to wait like 2 days and 3 hours and 45 seconds till you break up with your girlfriend, and then you're going to start a new relationship with me. That sounds so promising.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
I think she was being sarcastic, Rusty.
Are you being serious right now, Rusty?
Yes, I'm being serious. That was my plan. I can try to, if I can try to speed things up, like 24 hours, I will.
You know what I'll do? I'll set my timer right now. How about that?
Sarah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm kind of like rooting for Rusty a little bit. We've all been okay. Granted, the sleeping together thing, not cool at all. Cheating, not cool. I get that. But he sounds truly remorseful, and he's not trying to play you, and he's actually trying to now fix it and go back to being honest, I guess.
Yeah, you should listen to her. I mean, I'm trying to be honest right now and do the right thing in the situation because I made a mistake. And I'm trying to fix it.
And he just needs 2 days or maybe 24 hours if you need the process sped up. Sarah, I mean, we already know Rusty's answer. Sarah, do you want to go out with Rusty again? You called in for the second date, but we will pay for another date for you guys in maybe a day or two.
I guess I need to wait the 24 hours first.
I think so, yeah.
It's like a waiting period, layaway almost.
All joking aside, are you serious? Will you go out with him again if he breaks up with his girlfriend?
You know, I'll give him 24 hours to get his taken care of. But if not, I'm out. I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, Rusty.
Reasonable.
You're on the clock, Rusty. You got 24 hours.
Okay, I'm going to call my friend right now and make sure I can get his truck.
All right. Well,
good luck.
Sarah, sort of a congratulations. We don't know yet. It's a congratulations. You got a second date based on the fact that he can break up with his girlfriend in the next 24 hours. Rusty, get to work.
I'll do my best. I know I'm on the clock.
Okay. Well, Rusty, if your buddy falls through, you know that there's companies like U-Haul and stuff, right? You don't have to wait for him.
Yeah, but that costs money, and this guy is free and reliable.
Oh my God!
Sounds super reliable.
Second date update.
We have one of our listeners named Brian on the phone for a second date update today, and I'm actually really interested to talk to him.
Okay.
Because in his email, Brian says he actually met his date the old-fashioned way.
That's nice.
I know.
Yeah.
So, Brian, you clubbed her and dragged her back to your cave for a marriage? Super old-fashioned. I like it.
Oh, wow.
Didn't quite happen like that.
Oh, good.
Oh, she clubbed you.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh, okay. So, I guess before we find out exactly how you met, tell us what's her name?
Jordan.
Jordan? And Jordan was not wearing a loincloth.
No, there was no loincloth involved at all.
Okay.
I'm losing interest now.
Yeah. So how did you meet Jordan?
Well, the old-fashioned way was that my mom introduced us because she works with her.
Oh, and then your mom offered her 4 cows.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, that's
Okay.
risky. So wait, your mom works with her and your mom's like, you need to date my son. And she actually agreed?
Well, she had mentioned her for a while, but she was dating someone else, and then recently she had broken up with her boyfriend, and my mom kind of swooped in and, and suggested that I call her, and she said okay, and then we kind of hit it off over the phone. So.
Do you normally meet girls through your mom, or is this a first?
So this is a first, but I mean, Jordan's really beautiful, and we're all worked out great. Like, I was really excited.
Are you shocked more by how great Jordan is or that your mom actually has good taste?
Well, I think initially I was shocked, but like now that the way it turned out, I'm kind of questioning my mom's taste. So.
Oh, because she's not calling you back, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that. There's
This
that.
is your fault, Mom.
Totally mom's fault.
So what'd you guys do for your date?
I took her to a nice Italian restaurant. I wanted to impress her, and she seemed like a genuinely good-hearted person. I don't know what to say. And she had this really amazing smile, and I was just kind of like falling in love with this girl. Like,
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
That's a line to drop
Yeah.
there.
I know. I'm like, she was just so perfect.
It's like an episode of The Bachelor.
Yeah.
It really was. It really was. Even to the point where we were sharing dessert, and she says, "Hey, I'm having so much fun. Can we stay longer?"
Oh, she said that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. So we did that, and then, I paid for dinner, and I, offered to drive her home.
Okay.
And we get to her place, I'm thinking, okay, I'm at least getting a kiss.
Right.
And as I walked her to the door, like, I see there's a guy standing there,
Wait, where? Standing where?
standing by the door. And she says under her breath, she's like, oh, no, that's my ex. Right.
What?
Right. And I was like, all right. He wasn't confrontational, though. He was nice and kind of apologized for intruding. And
Oh, it's an old-fashioned three-way now.
Wait, why was her ex there? Did you ask?
well, he says, I need to speak to you for a second. And he was like, I'll go wait in the car. And I don't know, after that, she was just totally different. She had this like look of concern on her face, I would say. And
yeah,
I was like, look, I understand relationships are complicated. I understand breakups can be weird. And I just wanted to give her space to kind of take care of this.
And did she mention on the date her ex at all?
She said she got out of a relationship recently. So
Okay.
we talked about it a little bit. And I knew it was still kind of fresh, but she seemed like she was, ready to start dating again and kind of had moved on.
And I'm taking it you did not get the kiss at the door like you thought.
I mean, no, I didn't get the kiss at the door. And we just said our goodbyes. And as I was leaving, I see like he's getting out of his car in my rearview mirror and he's walking up to the house.
Oh, man.
So after that, I texted her, and she only texted me back one time. And she said, I'm sorry, it's not going to work. Thanks for a wonderful dinner. And then she said, I will never forget it.
Oh, man. So that's kind of open and closed, though.
Right. So don't you, that means she's for sure back with him, right? That's what everyone's thinking.
I'm assuming, but like...
So wait, your mom set you up and she works with her. Has your mom not gotten the scoop for you?
I asked her, but she said she feels a little awkward about it. And,
yeah.
She mentioned it to Jordan, and Jordan, she was like kind of like brushed her off. So I'm not really sure what happened.
So what are you hoping to get out of this phone call right now? Are you looking to get a second date, or are you just looking to find a reason and figure out what happened?
Well, I mean, if they got back together, I need you guys to break it up.
Okay.
Wait, is that a joke or is that not a joke?
No, it'd be great if you could.
What?
Okay.
That's priority one. She's the real deal. I need to see her again. So.
All right.
Oh, my God.
I'm up for this.
You're up for breaking up a relationship for this guy.
For our listener, Brian, yeah, I'm willing to go do whatever it takes. So we're going to play a song right now, Brian. We're going to do some research, dig up some dirt on whoever this guy is, and then we'll come back and call Jordan for you and get your second date update, okay?
There is no fallback. You must break them up.
All right.
Okay, well, let the social media stalking begin. We got a couple minutes here.
Yeah, we're going to end a relationship right after this.
I know you're kidding, but I really hope you do.
Second date update.
Brian, I've been thinking more about it, and I've decided I'm going to do something for you that I've never done before.
What's that?
We've done hundreds of second date updates, and you're the only person I'm going to hang up on right now. So thank you. Goodbye.
No. Why?
I don't think you have a very good chance,
Oh.
honestly.
I actually agree with Jeffrey
And
on that one.
you know what? If we try and get a second date and we fail, it's going to make our show look bad. And I don't want to do that to us. So, Brian, I'm sorry. Maybe call us back when you have better odds.
No, you don't understand. Like, I can't stop thinking about her. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine my life without her.
Whoa. Okay, buddy. I mean, see, this is what. Sorry, there's something about this that bothers me, Brian, and this is what it is. I finally realized when you said that. It's that you're the dude that always wants what he can't have. And you know what? Fast forward 6 months from now, you're suddenly going to be bored in a relationship with Jordan.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, sure.
No,
Dude, ladies know what I'm talking about, okay? If she didn't have a boyfriend, would you be saying things like that?
I wouldn't even be talking to you right now because I'd be with her right now, and I wouldn't need a second date update.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
I don't know.
Or I would be talking to you at our wedding.
See?
I believe in
That's
love.
the stuff that I'm talking about.
I believe in love, and I think this is your one shot, bro. I have your back.
Thank you.
Well, in case you're just tuning in, we're in the middle of a second date update, and Brian desperately wants another chance at love. I'm saying the L word because Brian said he was falling in love on his first date, like a crazy person would say. But we like crazy people. And so,
Thank you.
Anyway, at the end of Brian's date, he got a very rude surprise when the girl's ex was waiting at the door to talk to her. And afterwards, she sent Brian a text saying, basically, you know, I had a great time, but you're out.
Yeah.
So we don't know if she's actually back with her ex or not. But if she is, she's not going to be for long because we're going to break them up.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we said.
That is our goal today. Break people up,
How do we do
especially if
that?
they've been in love for a long time.
It's fine. They're already in a cycle. I mean, they broke up once. They'll probably do it again. That's
gonna
usually how that
lie?
cycle works.
All right. Brian, are you ready to make Jordan possibly cry?
If it means that she'll get back together with me, then yeah, let's make her cry.
Oh, my God.
That's
All
a
right.
spirit.
I'm into it.
Oh, this is terrible.
Okay, we're going to dial her number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Jordan, please?
This is Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello? Who's this?
Oh, my name's Young Jeffrey.
Yeah, she doesn't know who you are.
That's right. That's how phone calls work. You can't see me, can you? My name's Young Jeffrey. I work on the radio.
Okay. What's up?
Well, not too much. We're calling you because we're doing something called a second date update. Do you know what that is?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
Well, to jog your memory, in case you might know, it's a segment that we do where someone who's getting blown off emails us and they ask us to call the person they recently went on a date with to find out why they're not getting in contact with them anymore.
Oh.
So you recently went out with a guy named Brian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And it sounds like you had a great time with Brian.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. You know, we went on, like...
That doesn't sound very promising.
Oh, my God. That's the worst response you could have to that.
Well, Brian told us a little bit about what happened, and he said that your ex was there at the end of the night.
Yeah.
And then after he had a run-in with your ex, you texted him that it's basically over.
Well, I mean, it's been really hard. Like, Brian's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to hurt him or anything, you know, just things happen in life, so...
So you hurt him.
And it was just... it was just one date. I mean...
Yeah. Just, I don't know. Like, I have so much history with my ex. I mean, we've been dating since high school.
Oh, girl, you're in that cycle?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, he's been at my parents' house, like, every holiday, birthdays, my parents' anniversaries. Like, we've just a lot together. Like, we've experienced everything, you know? And I don't know, I really love him, so...
Okay, wait, though. Can I just ask you?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're with your ex, I guess now your current boyfriend, simply because of history. And I'm going to tell you, that is not a long-lasting reason to be with somebody.
Well, it's more than that. I mean, it's more than just history. Like, we had a rocky, patch because he broke up with me. Like, there was this bartender girl he met one night, and he's out with his friends. Like, I was upset about it. And I was like, what are you doing leaving me for a trip like that? You know, like, it's like a dirty bartender's been with, like, over 100 guys or whatever. But he's like, oh, it's time for me to try something new and spread my wings. And so at first I was depressed and I'm angry. And then I wasn't going to let this happen. So just, like, this date came up, and I was like, you have to play dirty. Like, what's left?
Oh, wait, so wait, you used Brian to make your ex jealous?
Wow.
Don't judge me until you hear the whole story.
Oh, I'm not judging you. I've definitely done the same thing. We're fine. Yeah.
So what happened?
So earlier that week that we went out, like, I planned for my ex and I to exchange things at my house.
Yeah.
So I scheduled my date with Brian the same evening because I was like, well, at least I'll get my bang for my buck, you know, and I'll make my ex jealous. So I knew he'd be there when we got back from dinner. And honestly, everything did go perfectly. Like, my ex saw me with another guy having fun. He got jealous. Like, when I got out of the car, like, you know, I did an extra loud laugh.
Wow, you are the worst.
No,
That's a solid move.
not.
It's a solid move.
It was fine. Like, whatever. We had a nice time. I snuggled up next to Brian's arm while we walked. Like, you know, I even acted surprised and concerned in front of Brian. Like, I really tried to sell it.
Well, how do you think that Brian feels being used like this?
Honestly, if he feels bad, he should just get over it. It was just one date.
Whoa!
Well, I don't know if he can, especially now that he knows that you set the whole thing up just to get back with your ex.
Well, he's not going to know if you don't tell him.
Well, I don't have to tell him because you already told him.
I don't get it.
We didn't tell you this, but Brian has actually been on the phone and has been listening this whole time.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys tricked me?
Yeah.
Is tricking not allowed in your world?
We're
Yeah, I don't
also
know.
not in a healthy relationship, Jordan.
Brian.
How could you do this? I really like you.
Okay, I don't even know. Like, he shouldn't have heard everything. He shouldn't have heard everything.
Well, he did hear it, and you need to talk with him about it right now.
Yeah.
But so when did you even come up with this plan? I mean, you're just using me?
I mean, I was just looking for somebody to make my ex jealous. Like, your mom showed me your picture. I don't know. I was just like, okay, he'll do.
Oh, no, he'll do.
I mean, Brian, you could take that as a compliment. Like, you're hot enough to make her ex jealous, which means, I'm being for real. I'm being for real.
Good
which
angle.
means that you're a step up because nobody's going to go out with a fugly person.
That's true.
After an ex. That doesn't look like a good rebound.
Silver lining?
Jordan, why don't you just tell me now? What else did you lie about? I want to know.
I lied about wanting dessert on a date. I needed to stay with you at the
man.
restaurant longer.
I thought we had a moment there. That was a lie.
I was just trying to time it. Well,
The creme brulee was a lie?
Wait, so you never felt anything at all towards me? I honestly don't know how I'm going to trust anyone ever again after this.
Oh, no.
stop being dramatic. It was one date. We didn't even kiss. You're overreacting.
Oh, man.
I am so with Jordan on this one. Brian.
You're with her? You're supposed to be helping me right now.
Man.
What is going on here?
Yeah, bro.
You're never going to trust anyone again after your first date lied to you. I mean, it's kind of like newsflash. Everybody lies on a first date at in some way.
Sometimes you click, right?
I know. Brooke is never honest with her husband, and that's how she got married.
It's not that. It's just like...
It's the key to a successful relationship. Zero truth.
I'm just saying it didn't work out, Brian. You were dropping a lot of big words after barely knowing someone and obviously not knowing anything about them.
It doesn't change how I feel. I mean, I feel like I was duped. Like, it just isn't right.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm giving you that's fair.
Yeah.
You did a really good thing. Like, I have to thank you because without you, I wouldn't have gotten back together with my ex.
Oh,
so that's really nice of you.
Rubbing it in.
No, he's a matchmaker.
Yes.
You're such a...
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
And
Let's
I think
back it up, Brian.
I think that is the right time to ask if you guys would like to go on a second date. We will pay for it if you guys go out.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
where
I
we
ever
going?
need you again, are you okay if I call?
No.
Oh, man. I'm sure he'll cheat on you soon anyway.
Oh,
come
God. It's getting
Oh,
dirty.
just get over it. Get over it, Brian.
He's probably cheating on you right now while you're on this call.
Oh, Oh, God.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so no second date for you, Brian.
Sorry,
but you know what? I feel really bad for you.
Yeah,
Like you
great.
shouldn't have been put through this situation. And I'm sure that one of our listeners would love to lie to you two to get back with their ex. So text in 78592.
Oh, man.
Would you like to go out with Brian and get back together with your ex? We'll pay for it.
I hear you're good arm candy, Brian.
Oh, God, you guys.
I hate you guys so much.
That's sweet.
Suzanne is on the phone for a second date today, and after reading her email and the description of her first date, it sounds horrible.
Oh, that's
It sounds like the worst date ever, but also hilarious at the same time. So I'll just let her tell it. Suzanne, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Have you gotten sleep?
Finally, yeah, I was able to catch up.
Yeah. I read the description of your date, and I'm like, man, I can't tell if that would be fun or just like the worst thing ever. So before we get into what you did on your date, why don't you tell us about the guy you want to call? What's his name?
George.
George. All right. And where did you meet George?
On Tinder.
Okay,
All right.
that's where most people meet.
It's already
these days.
the worst date ever.
Oh, come on.
Already.
I take it you had high hopes for this date, though.
Yeah, no, because he was very funny. Like, we messaged back and forth a little bit, and, like, picture was cute. I don't know. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And so where did you guys agree to meet out at?
We decided to go rock climbing, which I'm not, like, a huge fan of because, like, you got to wear the strap thing. I don't know. Like, it's not, like, the most flattering look.
Okay.
But I was like, okay, you know, I've never done that before for a date, so.
So did you guys go to a climbing gym or were you actually outside?
No, we were at, like, a gym, which was probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was actually really fun. Like, it was a fun way to, like, kind of hang out. And because, like, we talked a lot, but also we're doing, like, kind of focused on something else, so I wasn't nervous.
Right.
And then after it was over, he was like, do you want to go get dinner? And
Well, that's
so-
a good sign that you guys
Yeah.
didn't have that planned and he wanted to continue to hang out with you.
Did you keep wearing the harness at dinner?
Yeah.
Sexy.
No, they wouldn't let me take it with me.
Oh.
I wouldn't let you.
Okay, but dinner was good?
Dinner was great. We had a couple drinks. And, like, by this point, we've been hanging out for, like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just want to keep hanging out with you. I'm just having a good time.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, great. So I went to his house, and we ended up watching the whole first season of Parks and Rec together.
The whole first
Wow.
season?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Episodes.
Yeah.
You were like 24 hours into this date. No wonder Jubal asked if you were still tired.
I know. So yeah, like we watched this whole thing, and it's just very fun because it's like one of my favorite shows. Like it's very casual at his place, and by the time it ends, it's like 2:30 in the morning. It's
I
very
bet.
late. But then he's like, "Hey, I have an idea. What if we do a 24-hour date?"
What? I was joking
Oh, my
about the 24
gosh.
hours.
So I was like, "What does that mean? Like, do I get to sleep and then we go out again, or what's happening?" He was like, "No, we'll just stay up for 24 hours straight on this date."
And you're sure he's not sort of some drug addict and has a meth problem or something?
He's like, here, hit this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will keep you up.
Oh God, that would be like a terrible turn. It was just like, you know, when you meet someone and you're like, wow, we're really clicking. This is working.
Oh
And
my God, that's kind of cute. What'd you guys do?
we made frozen pizza, and then we watched another season of Parks and Rec. And that gets us at like, I don't know, it's like the sun is coming up. And at this point, I'm just like, I'm starting to feel gross. Like I'm still like in the clothes I wore to the rock climbing gym.
Right.
Oh, you haven't even showered today.
Yeah, I know. It's all gross. And I was like, I should probably go home.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm not a quitter. Are you a quitter? I was like, I guess not.
He obviously liked you if he wanted to spend 24 hours straight with you. Or he was just delusional at that point when he asked. I don't know.
I don't know. I think we both were like, had gotten to like that sleep deprived kind of crazy place.
Okay, at this point, it's 6 in the morning. You've watched 2 seasons of Parks and Rec. You've eaten pizza. Have you made out at all?
Not real. I mean, like, we like kissed a couple of times, and that was good, but it's not really been that kind of, it's just one-on-one hanging out time.
Nothing like hot and heavy.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So I'm like, okay, fine. He like makes us this big thing of coffee, and we drink a bunch of coffee, and then he's like, let's go to the park. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Super early in the morning?
That's why I say it sounds just terrible at this point.
Are you guys both still happy, or are you just forcing this to happen at this point?
Like every now and then I'd be like, no, this is still fun. This is still the person I liked 14 hours ago, I think. But then it just felt sometimes we were just like, let's just plow through this kind of forced fun thing. And so we went, and he was like, let's play Frisbee. And we tried to play Frisbee, and like I was just, my motor skills are just stupid at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was like, we could go for a walk. I was like, I
I really think I just need to go home. Like, I tried to be very nice about it. I was like, I'm just going to get an Uber.
Yeah.
And then he gets mad and I get mad. And honestly, like, at this point, I was so tired. And there was yelling. And I was like, at one point, I was like, you're a liar. And I don't even know why. Like,
you were yelling.
So you guys are both just exhausted, sleep deprived, and into the date by arguing.
Why do you want to call this guy for a second date? It sounds like it ended horribly.
Well, it ended badly, but I really did like him. If we had just cut it off at like 10:30 or even at like after the Parks and Rec time, I would have been like, that was great. That was such a good date. You know, I would love to see him again and just have a normal, you know, like 3.5 hour date.
Okay, so the end of your date where you argue, you're kind of chalking that up to you guys being tired and not him being an a-hole.
Yeah, because I was also an a-hole.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
All
a
right.
liar.
Yeah. I mean, when you've been up for that long, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you talked to him since?
No, I gave it a couple days, so I texted him and he didn't respond.
At all.
All right.
Huh.
No.
Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on. If you're just joining us for today's second date, Suzanne is on the phone and she wants to call a dude named George. She wants everybody to know they did not sleep together on their first date. Not at all, actually. They didn't even sleep on their first date. If you missed the first part, she told us about her date with George. It actually started off pretty normal. They just went rock climbing together. And then they had dinner and drinks. That turned into watching TV at his house, which turned into, hey, let's stay up for 24 hours like a couple of kids having a slumber party that don't want to go to bed. And she tried to make it 24 hours. And at a certain point, Suzanne was tired and wanted to go home. And then they got in an argument because he was upset that she couldn't complete the full 24-hour date. But she wants to call him anyway and see if they can have just a normal, regular, few-hour date. And we'll see if that can happen. All right, Suzanne, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Sorry.
Oh, she fell asleep.
Yeah, you're still tired.
I'm like reliving it all in my head.
I didn't ask. I mean, you said you did send him a text message that he didn't respond to. Did you apologize for screaming at him, you're a liar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and no response at all.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no response.
Okay, well, I'm going to call him right now. Here we go. Please.
This is him.
Hi. Any idea why I'm calling you today?
I can't say I do. No.
Do you want to know, or should we just hang up?
I would love to know what's going on.
Well, we got an email about you from one of our listeners. That's why I'm calling.
Okay.
Her name is Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Yes.
Okay.
And you guys went out on a very long date recently.
Is that what she said?
That is what she said. She emailed us. So we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So Suzanne told us about how your regular date turned into like a 24-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she told us that she couldn't really make it the full 24 hours. And then you guys got in an argument after. And she tried to text you and apologize and would actually like to go out with you again, but you haven't responded. So she's wondering if she did something wrong.
Well, she didn't make it the full 24 hours. What she did wrong.
Wait.
That's it?
Are you joking, right?
I'm not joking.
What?
So because she wanted to leave after, I mean, I don't even know what hour you guys were in. I think it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, she said.
Yeah, it was around 11:30.
And that's why you're upset?
Well, I mean, we made a pact. We did the whole pinky promise thing, and she broke the pact. So, no, I don't know if I would like to see her again.
Whoa.
Okay. But you can understand it, though. I mean, 24 hours is a long time to stay up.
Well, yeah, 24 hours it's a long time, but I've done it before.
Okay.
I did it with a girl once, and we made it 29 hours. It's not impossible. It's my way of weeding people out that aren't going to follow through on things.
What?
Why would I want to waste my time with someone who isn't going to commit,
Wait, hold on. It's like a test that you do with all dates or some dates? What's the story here?
Not all dates, but if I feel that there is a lot of potential in somebody, then I say, okay, well, maybe we should try the 24-hour date.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worked before. Unfortunately, that relationship did not end up going so well. But I figured, Suzanne is really good. I like our connection. We watched Parks and Rec. We could totally make it 24 hours. Clearly, she could not.
Okay, so that's legit. The reason why is that she didn't make it an entire 24 hours. It sounds like she got close.
Yeah. It's more than her not making it 24 hours. She is a quitter.
What?
Oh,
Quitter.
dang.
I feel
kinda
like that's
harsh.
yeah. That's. I mean, here's the thing. She really likes you, and you obviously liked her enough to put her through whatever weird test you have.
Well, yeah,
But-
that's why it was really hard for me. That's why we got into such a big argument, because I really did have a wonderful time with her.
Sure.
And I mean, if you like someone enough to hang out with them for 24 hours, your body can do it. Your mind is stronger than your body. I was able to do it. I was going to do it. She clearly did not like me enough to be able to do it.
That is really. I'm married, and I couldn't do that with my husband.
Do you two have commitment issues?
Yeah, they do, man.
Yes, for sure. I mean, anybody who can't stay up for 24 straight hours, definitely.
Committed.
So it's a character flaw for you that she wasn't able to make it the 24 hours.
Exactly. How am I supposed to trust in her and commit to her if she can't even commit to 24 hours of being together?
I mean, I don't know anyone else that has this test, and they all seem to be able to stay in a committed relationship.
Listen, I know I am obviously a little different, and you guys don't agree with how I do things, but I've had lots of issues in the past. This is how I do it. It sucks, but that's just how things go.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, you know what else sucks, but that's kind of how things go is I'm a liar, and I lied to you at the beginning of this because Suzanne is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh, God.
Um,
What do you want, Suzanne?
Whoa.
wow. Okay. I thought I was calling to get you to go out with me on a second date.
Oh, well, I mean, we never even completed the first date, so I'm not sure how we could get to a second date without, going chronologically.
I apologize about that, and I also apologize for how I left. I told you I was sorry.
So sorry that you're having to go through a radio show. Come on, Suzanne. You're more committed to getting attention through a radio show than just, committing to 24 hours a week.
Wow.
You know?
Okay. No, that is not. No, I was very committed. It's not like I trained for this in advance and failed. It was a very spur of the moment decision.
Clearly, it's not too much work to go through Brooke and or whatever.
Whatever his name is.
I like Julie. That's fine.
Look, I really tried. Okay. It just wasn't fun anymore. I just was tired, and I wanted to go home and take a shower and rest.
You were
I
going
made the
to.
effort.
There was an end in sight. What's it going to be like if we ever got into a relationship? Is it okay if I just try not to cheat but end up slipping up? Is that? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I couldn't make it.
Oh, my God.
That's not a comparison.
That's not even.
We were literally together for 18 hours straight. I feel like that's...
So you couldn't make it 6 hours more?
No.
George, I think you need to slow down. You could be missing out on something really great. Yeah, commitment's important in a relationship, but so is flexibility and compromise and the ability to listen to someone else's needs. And her need was to go to sleep.
I am a very busy person. I don't have much time to be with people who aren't going to be what I need.
Whoa.
You understand?
Okay, and you need someone who doesn't sleep.
Exactly. I mean, look, Suzanne, I was having a wonderful time. That's why it hurt me so much. We were having a great time, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just start yelling at me, calling me a liar for some reason, and it broke me. It was like you were stabbing me in the heart. I saw a real future with you, and then you just completely shattered that dream.
Okay. That's not exactly how it happened.
You don't really operate in the middle on much, do you, George? It's kind of extreme on everything.
You might call it extreme. I call it definite. I don't want to date a quitter.
What?
Okay. You know what? Fine. Then maybe we should just not do this.
Or we could ask George. George, would you like to go out with Suzanne on a second date? We will pay for it.
You know what? No, it sounds like she's quitting on the call, too. So I think I'm fine.
Oh, my gosh. Suzanne, I
All
think
right.
you dodged a bullet.
Yikes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look, she can't follow through on anything. She can't follow through on the phone call, can't follow through on playing Frisbee. What's next?
Fall through on playing Frisbee.
You are a horrible person, Suzanne.
I know.
I forgot about the
Yeah.
Frisbee.
Suzanne, I'm sorry that you didn't get a second date, and well, hopefully you can dig deep and find some kind of work ethic and not give up on things, so easily.
Look, George, I'm sorry I didn't live up to your expectations, but maybe you can find someone who's I don't know, addicted to Adderall or
Yeah, there you go, George.
You know what? If that's what it takes.
That's what. All right. If there are any Adderall addicts out there who want to date George, text them 78592.
More and more young people are turning to us for help getting a second date. And that means we're seeing more and more unique names.
That's a funny point. Yeah, they're coming up right now.
It's true, though.
I don't know what happened like 20 years ago, whether it was like the Y2K bug or maybe a really bad Blink-182 concert. But suddenly at that point, parents decided to stop naming their kids like David and Michael and James, and the girls have no more Elizabeth, no more Lisas or Christies.
Yeah.
So now I'm not nearly as surprised whenever we get an email from a guy named Moonshine.
What? That is not someone's name.
Can't be a real name. It's like his nickname.
Or a girl named Jazz Tekka.
Okay.
Jazz Tekka, that's my girl.
So this morning, I didn't even bat an eye when I opened up the email, and I saw one from a dude named Tick.
Ooh, I like Tick.
There's nothing positive from a tick, even if you have a tick. It's not a positive thing.
I don't know.
Well,
Tic-tacs.
Tick emailed us for help. So welcome to the show, Tick.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What up,
Is that your full name or is that a nickname?
It's short. My full name is actually Tickery.
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 Tickery dickory dock.
My full name is actually TikTok.
How does that? I mean,
Yeah, it's been laughed at my whole life.
You've heard it all.
But yeah, I mean, it probably stands out because it's not like every other name, so it probably does help me get some attention.
All right. So do you want me to refer to you by your full name, Tickery, or would you rather be called Tick?
No, all my friends call me Tick.
All
okay. What is the woman's name that we're calling? Because I'm hoping it's something good.
Oh, gosh.
It's Rebecca.
Yeah.
Unless her
Tick.
is her last name like Haberdashery?
Yeah. We don't approve.
We don't. How did you meet Boring Becky?
We met, actually, she's a teller at my bank, and I noticed her one day and just thought she was really cute. And so then I kind of started to go and try to work it out so I would get to her window, so I'd like change places in line with people so that I could like get up and see her, and I try to look nice, like, oh, you should go in front of me, you know.
So you weren't wearing a ski mask with your hands in your pocket, like being all sketchy in line. I mean, that would be a bad sign in a bank.
I hope not. I tried to make it look like it was like, oh, I just happened to come to your window.
Oh, right, yeah.
Every single time.
That sneaky little Tick.
So weird.
Saw something they liked and then he latched on.
Yeah. So, after a while, I think she started to notice, like, I would always be at her window. And so one day I was finally like, yeah, I thought you were cute, and I thought, maybe we can have coffee sometime.
That's cute. Were you so nervous?
Yeah, for sure. Because the other way that goes is like I'm the creeper that's been sneaking through the bank line.
Well, and also, she has full access to your bank account, you know?
That's true. That, it was very vulnerable. She knew exactly how much money I had.
So what'd you guys do for a date?
So she was like, I'm going to be on a break right after this. Like, do you want to grab coffee? And so I was like, yeah, sure. So I waited around, and she had just like a quick break, like a 15-minute break where she got to step out, and maybe a little awkward, but like kind of just talking, getting to know each other a little bit. But she had to go back to work, but she was like, yeah, no, this went well. We should continue this another time. And so
that's good. It's like a pre-date.
Yeah.
It's like a pre-date before the date.
Totally. But yeah, she was like, love to talk more. And so, I asked her to have dinner a couple days later as a Friday night, and she's like, great. And it was awesome. Like,
you're saying cute. You haven't even heard what he did. He just said that we got dinner, and you were like, "Oh my God, what a sweetheart!
Oh my God,
he ate dinner with you. What a
but
guy!"
the follow through that it actually happened is a big deal these days.
The real date.
Yeah.
You didn't mess up the pre-date. That's the big deal.
Yeah, for real. When you're sober and it's light out.
So how did the dinner go?
It was really good. Like, she couldn't have been sweeter, and like we talked about our jobs, and like we had a great conversation, and and then kind of at the end of the date, I was like, hey, this is really good, we should go out again. And she wasn't as enthusiastic as she was like after the coffee maybe, but like she was still like, yeah, for sure, let's go out again.
Can you think of any time during the date where maybe the momentum changed at all, since you said that maybe she wasn't as enthusiastic as she had been previously?
I didn't notice it until, that moment. And so the only thing I could like think of is like when I got home, I noticed that I had like a food stain on my shirt that I was like, I don't know how long it was there. Like, it wasn't huge.
Was it a like old stain, or was it from a dinner stain?
It wasn't from something I had. So, I mean, it was probably from like early, I probably washed my shirt. It didn't come out and I just was so nervous getting dressed that I didn't notice it on there.
Oh, I hate that.
Okay.
So maybe she noticed it at the end and saw that and was like, oh, maybe this dude's like not all together.
Dude,
Like,
if women turned down men for stains on their shirt, there would be no human population.
Have your finances taken a substantial hit over the last couple days that she may have noticed?
No, but I went back to the bank to like just see if she was there, and like I happened to be in line, like ready to get up to her window, like I just was the next person, and like right before I walked up, she put up like the closed window thing.
Damn, that is cold.
That's brutal.
And I don't know if she saw me, but like that's the only interaction I've had is like her putting up the closed window thing, and that was it. So yeah,
that is
was,
an analogy
that was rough.
for the dating rejection world.
Yeah.
And for my bank account.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tick, we're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Rebecca for you, and we'll try and get you your second date, okay?
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, hold on. If you're just tuning in, we've got a guy on the phone named Tick who's a little bit anxious about getting a second date today. You might even call him a nervous Tick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see Conan O'Brien make that kind of pun. Challenge extended, Conan. Clock's a tickin'. Woo, I'm on fire. Just another day of quirky radio morning show antics.
Okay. Yeah. Let's stop.
I can tell you're impressed. Yes.
You're tickled. That's great.
Hey, hit the sound for me.
Anyway.
Hey, he says it. You don't hit the sound when I say it.
Okay.
Screw the tick jokes then.
You're both ticking me off right now.
It's not funny. Come on.
Let's calm down and get back to this.
He just wants a sound.
All right.
Just want one joke that hits.
Well, we have a listener that needs our help. Tick is actually his name. He went out with a bank teller named Rebecca recently. They had a short coffee date and then another outing where they got dinner together. And Tick thinks it all went great. And according to him, the only weird part that happened is when he got home after dinner, he noticed he had an old food stain on his shirt. Not from that night, from some previous day. He doesn't know when. So he's worried maybe he may have come across looking kind of like a slob.
Yeah.
So Tick, how you feeling going into this?
I'm anxious to hear what she says because, like, I really liked her. Like, she just had this amazing smile and was a genuine person. And I'm nervous.
I really feel, Tick, and this isn't, I don't mean to put you in a bad place, but I really feel like this is going to be one of those where it turns out that you're not telling us something or not including some weird detail, because when you went to the bank, she put the close sign on her window.
Yeah.
Like, she denied you so hard. And if that's all over a stain on your shirt...
I mean, I'm thinking about it since it happened and, like, racking my brain. Like, I'm not keeping anything out that I could think of. There's got to be something I missed.
All right, well, we're hopefully going to find out what the answer to that is. We're going to dial her phone number right now. You ready to go?
Yep, I am. I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Rebecca, please?
This is Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk with us?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, cool. Do you listen?
I do. I'm sorry, why are you calling?
Well, if you listen, then you should be familiar with our segment, The Second Date.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you must know that means I'm calling about somebody that you went on a date with recently.
Okay. So I am being called for second date. Oh, wow.
You sound excited.
You're processing it out loud.
Yeah, I am. Yes, I'm sorry. I do that. Yes, I'm processing this out loud because I didn't think I would ever be called for a second date.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Here it is. And so the guy who emailed us about you, his name is Tick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually thought it was somebody else.
Oh.
Okay.
You were hoping for somebody else, not Tick.
I was hoping it was somebody else. Yeah.
Aw.
He sounds like such a nice guy, though. We talked to him. He sounds lovely.
Yeah, sure.
Keep telling yourself that.
I mean, he told us about you guys going out to coffee together, and he said you guys had a nice dinner, but he's feeling like the vibe isn't going well on your end.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And is there a reason for that?
I mean, I don't even know. Like, we went out to coffee.
Yeah, he told us about that, and then the dinner. And was he imagining it? Because he said when he went back into the bank after your date, you put up a close sign when he was approaching the front of the line. Did that really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was just kind of timing-wise.
No, it wasn't.
Dude, you
I'm
shut
sorry.
him down hard. You closed your window for him.
Even if it was closing time, you see someone you know, you're like, oh, hey, come here. Like, you're your friend or anybody.
Like, that's worse than, oh, things didn't go great. That's like, I'm avoiding you at all costs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at work. I'm in a professional setting. It was time for me to close up. So
I feel like we're kind of dancing around the subject here
for
because
sure.
if you enjoyed your time with Tick, you wouldn't have done that. What is it about Tick that turned you off?
first I thought he was fine. He seemed like a decent guy. But then when we went out to dinner, he just got kind of creepy.
How?
What do you mean? Yeah, like he was too touchy. He was staring at the waitress's butt.
So he just kept asking me about my job, like really specific questions about working at the bank. Like how many security guards are there? Like very specific questions, and it creeps me out.
Wait, are you
He's robbing a bank
are you alluding to he was trying to size the bank up?
I don't know. Like guys love like action films and all of that. I get like there's like some fascination. I get it. But it just went to like a different level, like where
Well, in his defense, I feel like almost any question that he asks about a bank could come across looking kind of weird. Yeah. You know, like how much money do you hold in the bank at any amount of time?
It is a fascinating question.
You know?
Yeah.
I would want to
it
know
may
that.
be natural for you, but I'm on a first date with a guy and he's asking about vaults and die packs and he won't let it go. It's too much.
I could see that. I dated a guy who worked at a bank and we never discussed any of those things.
See, I
like
have
it didn't come up in conversation.
Like, what's the most amount of money you've ever held at
Although
once?
they do have a code word. Don't you guys have a code word if you guys are getting robbed? You like call and say like banana pancakes or something to somebody?
What?
I can't even talk about this, you know?
I think that's it, Brooke.
There's just a level of professionalism that like you need. Like we are dealing with like some like it's not brain surgery, but like you are vulnerable there, and I don't want like to be like creeped on. Like I don't want.
You don't want to be the reason that your bank got robbed.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to tell you this when you're feeling vulnerable, but I need to let you know that Tick's been on the other line listening, and he's heard everything that you said.
On the other.
Yeah, Tick?
Oh my God.
It's good to hear from you, I guess.
You do sound sketchy right now, Tick.
Yeah, Tick.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a lot to hear, so I feel like kind of weird.
I bet.
Because she saw through your plan or because you're not a bank robber?
I never thought that being interested in somebody would think I'd be trying to do something. Like that's just I'm shocked, honestly.
It's
like
interesting he didn't answer your question. He just kind of danced around it.
No, I was
this.
not trying to rob a bank.
Okay, it's good to say that.
Maybe you weren't, but I feel like it was just too odd. And the fact that your name is Tick doesn't sound like your real name. It's like your criminal name, you know?
What are you talking about? You've seen my bank account. Like, you know my real name. It's on everything that you've seen.
There's some shady stuff, and being a teacher is like a really nice cover-up, I think.
Oh, you're a teacher too, Tick?
Yeah, I am. I am actually a teacher, which you could also look up because I have to put my occupation on all my... Like, this is crazy.
I gotta say, Rebecca, don't you feel like it's maybe you that have watched one too many bank robbery movies?
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, that doesn't make me feel any better that he was asking so many questions. I mean, honestly, why were you asking so many questions about my job?
I was just really interested in. I mean, like, I've never known anybody that's worked in a bank before,
Right.
and honestly, you seem to like talking about it. So I was like, oh, she likes talking about her job, so I can.
I mean,
you know.
normally on a first date, you ask about your jobs and stuff to keep the convo going.
Rebecca, isn't this so sad that as a woman, red flags go up if a man is too interested and too good of a listener? I mean, really.
Yeah. He wants to know more about me. He must be wanting to commit a crime.
Oh, police!
Yeah, I feel I'm still a little unsure because it did like trigger my intuition of being uncomfortable, but I do hear that.
So when you said he was creepy, was that the only thing creepy about him?
Yeah, it would just gave me uncomfortable vibe.
The tickery is up to some trickery.
Couldn't help yourself.
All right, so
I didn't know where we were going.
we're running out of time right now, and
TikTok.
yeah, TikTok. At this point, I need to ask you, Rebecca, if you would like to go out on another date with Tick, and we'll pay for it. Not with bank money, with our own cash. No dye pack in there.
I am open to going out again.
That's good.
Wow,
That's good.
That was a brutal yes, though.
Dude, she does think out loud. You can hear it.
Sorry.
Process.
But the thing is, you need to like make sure that you're asking him about his profession, and then you guys won't talk about banking so much.
All about teaching.
Where do you hide the extra pencils?
Yeah, okay, that's pretty funny. Yes, maybe I did rush to conclusions on everything. So,
Well, there you go. Look
Way
at
to go,
that.
Tick.
Tick, we got you another date.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's great. I mean, like, I honestly, like, I do still have, like, a couple more questions about just your job. Like, it's not about, like, getting into anything or, like, anything like that. It's just
are
more
you
about
kidding?
your
Please tell me
job.
you're kidding.
Yeah,
Please.
no. I'm I'm kidding. I will not. I will not.
there
ask
it
any
is.
bad
Okay.
questions. Yeah. No.
Okay, so you're funny. You're funny. I like that.